Yeah. Ha! Jed, His Royal Highness. I see a little stirring around here. And by the way, I'm at Niners Nation checking this out. If you're looking for the stream as to where to find that, uh, seems like Jed's about to step up to the podium and give us some more promises. You've heard about the news that's already flowing, right? Josh McDaniel and so a couple other names have been thrown around already. But I have not heard anything about a GM. Now, there's some other names, because we're only concerned about the coach, right? Who's going to run this team? Something else before Jed starts that just disturbed me very much, though. Do you know that Trent, it was Chip Kelly's idea to draft Dak Prescott? Yep. That would have served two purposes. First, that would have taken away the Cowboys' chance to get Dak Prescott. Do you realize Dak Prescott is going to make that team strong for years, combined with Ezekiel Elliott? So we could have done two things. We could have removed that strength from the Cowboys, added it to our roster, because they're gonna draft a quarterback no matter what, who's there or whatever. A quarterback is in the 49ers futures draft. That's all there is to it, right? So Dak could have been sitting on our bench this year. The Cowboys would be, with Tony Romo, bad back and all, they would not have won that many games. But Trent told Chip, no, I don't want him. You see what I'm saying? God dang it. Trent, what if Trent, but see, you know what? Here's the thing. Even if you would have fired Trent last year, you don't get Chip probably this past season, right? So this is all moot. But the thing is, it was possible to stop the Cowboys from getting a franchise quarterback, and apparently Dak is, combining him with Ezekiel Elliott. And Tony Romo, we could have went there and broke his back and, gotten past the Cowboys. But now, as it is, it's very frightening, because the fact of the matter is the Cowboys are in position to quest for 6 ahead of us. What are the Cowboys? You know what? I give the Cowboys 2 to 3 years maximum. And, and maybe us too. But it's going to be a battle with the Cowboys for the next 5 years easily. Trent could have made that not have to be a problem. You see? This just sucks. This is what's going on here. Barry Williams is in here. Hey. And have you seen the Niners options? No, Barry, lay those on me, man. Saul Alvarado. Hey, Saul. And D. Trump. Hey, I'm back. Jamel. Hey, man. He says, I'm ready too. Jed should have fired himself. Barry Ray's there looking at Seahawks people for GM. Hey, is that right? I did hear about somebody's front office, some team's front office personnel. West Coast 57257. Louis Riddick should be our new GM. I've heard a lot about Louis Riddick. Maybe he's the guy, right? West Coast says 30 seconds left. America 81. Balky and Jeff Ronbo. Balky and Chip are gone. They sure are. And Donald Trump said, yeah, but Dak Prescott will not perform like he did on the Cowboys. That's true. But like I said, Dak is not with the Cowboys if we pull him out of the way. See, that's what I'm saying. Dak Prescott has made the Cowboys way bigger and badder than they would have been. See, this is one of those twists of fates that we had actual control of that we didn't. Mike Tyson's in there. Hey, Mike, what's up? MLP Kamikaze, is there a chance that he resigns? I bet not. Hey, Jed's going to come in. Here he is. Jed's going to make an opening statement. It's going to be really short. He's apologizing immediately for the season. Damn right. And he's back here again, apologizing for having to say the same thing again. He's going to change the culture of the 49ers right now. Yes, that's true, Jed. Here he comes. The questions are coming now. Matt Mayoko. Asking him what we all want to know. Why? Matt wants to know, why did you retain Trent Baalke knowing what we all know about Trent Baalke coming into this year? And Trent says, can you say it again? This is good. This is good. This is good. You answered, Jed. You knew he was a mess up. Yeah. Oh, okay. He did say he was going to evaluate Trent this year. This is why Trent was allowed to come in and screw up again. And he is impressed with Trent's evaluation of current players. The Vance contract, the Ray contract. He doesn't have a problem with that. So he did have faith in Trent up until the last minute. Ooh, Jed, why are you competent to lead the search for a new GM? And Jed says, nothing I say is going to make you confident as to what I'm going to say. And he says he's done it before. Yeah, you have. She says, nothing I can say. I love it. Nothing I can say is going to satisfy you. Yes. And the lady says, Jed, when you say we, who are we talking about? That's what everybody wants to know. Check it. I love the way Jed looks confused on this question. His face goes blank. Ultimately, the decision rests with me. I will look at people inside the building and continue to consult people outside of the building. Yeah. He's making all the decisions, he says. Ooh, are you going to hire the general manager first, or are you going to hire the coach as well? Yeah. 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 Jed says the head coach and the general manager should be compatible, basically. They don't have to have worked in the past together, but they have to have an understanding of what our direction is here as the 49er Empire. Yeah. There you go, Jed. Jed's getting all frustrated, trying to breathe. Oh, they've asked Jed. Then why should you be dismissed? You dismissed everybody else. You're a failure too, Jed. And again, nothing that I say is going to be satisfactory. You're right, Jed. Jed, spotlight's on him. He's got a... Ooh. Jed says, I own this football team. You don't dismiss owners. That's just the facts, son. Oh. Jed says this is not about a business and making money. But do you remember the prices that they've went up on at Levi Stadium? What, is he kidding me? God, Jed's getting hit with some penetrating, nasty questions. Ooh, he hit him with the Jed. Jed, you said less than a year ago that Chip was going to be here for a long time. 1 year. What were your expectations, Jed? This is going to be great. Yes. Obviously, your record speaks for itself. And there's more to it than that. But if you're going to reestablish a culture, everybody has to be held accountable. He's going to get down to the part where he says, and that's why I told his ass to get the hell out. So yeah, Chip's responsible. Ooh, these questions are marvelous. Jed, how do you sell this organization as being a stable commodity to even get involved with? Two guys will be fighting for each other and building what they see to get the 49ers back to where we want them to be. You know, he doesn't get to have a chance to rehearse these questions. You got to give Jed credit. This is seriously shitty. If I was standing there and say, "What did you say?" You know what, mother? But he's got to be cool and answer the questions. Yeah. Here comes Kelly. Yeah. Ooh. How do you convince anybody coming in here, as far as job stability is concerned, that you won't be gone in a year? Jed will fire your ass. I would, if he called me, I'd say, "Jed, you must be kidding. You gonna get me in there and fire me in 1 year? You gonna get me, can I pick the players?" Jed's showing his compassion for the team, and that's why he says, "I care about this team, and I am not going to stand around and tolerate failure. They're going to have everything they need to succeed, and if they can't succeed, then they've got to go." Oh, Jed's convinced that it's not realistic for us to be in the Super Bowl next year. That pisses me off already. I want to go to the Super Bowl next year. Didn't he tell us to hold him fully responsible if we don't go to the Super Bowl? Jed, don't don't tell me this, Jed. But hey, okay, well, I'm just kidding. You know we're not going to the Super Bowl next year. I just want 8-8. Ooh, 9-7 would give me a rush. Don't give me 10 wins. Oh my God. I'll be watching that last game in the hospital. Oh, yeah, Jed. Jed's going to be keeping an eye on things as the new regime comes in. He's going to be watching closely. Does that mean he'd fire somebody in the middle of the season and have a fifth coach on retainer? They're spending big bucks on these coaches. Yeah. You see, Jed, last time he wanted teachers. Now he wants a culture, a winning culture. There he goes. We're going to 8-8. I'm not doing this to go to 8-8, 9-7. My ultimate goal is to win championship, multiple championships. He's making me proud of him, though. I got to tell you, I'm impressed, Jed. I'm impressed. Ooh, Jed, what do you think went wrong here? Since you've got to analyze this and move forward, what do you think went wrong here? Yeah. He realizes now what his plan was is to put a defensive man in Trent Baalke with an offensive guy in Chip Kelly. Actually, that's not dumb. Got to give him credit on that. That was a good idea. But Trent had too much power. See? Because I told you about Dak Prescott before. Chip wanted Dak. Trent told him no. He went and got somebody else. We got the ACL guy. Because that was at the same time the Cowboys picked up Dak, right? So there you go. There's a defense versus the offensive issue. Trent's in charge. Overrules anything Chip says. He can't get it done. So it was an experiment on Jed's part. Jed's really uncomfortable up there. Didn't he look uncomfortable? If Bayer raised Jed is losing his shit total here. I know. His hair is falling out right before our eyes. I would not, if I was him, I'd hire somebody else to do this. I really wouldn't. Why do you go through this? Yeah. See, Now he's all about putting guys on the same page. So why wasn't he on that shtick when Harbaugh and also Trent were together? Why didn't he nip that in the bud right there and notice who was the problem? Was it Harbaugh or was it Trent? So I guess it's a learning thing for him. It was Harbaugh that had the right idea. It was Trent that was confused. He's never going to apologize for that. He's never going to apologize for that. He was wrong, wrong, wrong. All the losses in 2014. Oh, here it comes. Was it a mistake to fire Jim Harbaugh? I can't look back. We need to continue to look forward to do what we can to get this team back. He won't apologize. Just say it. Just say it, Jed. Say it. Say you've learned from it. He won't do it. He says it's the most important thing is having a head coach and a general manager that work together. He won't do it. We're never going to get that, guys. We're never going to get that from Jed York. The ultimate screw up. He'll never admit to it. Jed, where's the search at now? He's not going to expose. I already know what he's going to say on this one. We can't say. Yeah, I know. He knows some of the candidates. He's interviewed them in previous years, but he's not going to tell us now. Oh, come on, tell us, Jed. Come on, tell us. Come on, Jed. Tell us. Well, league rules. You can only talk to so many people because of the fact the season's not over yet. Did Jed gain weight? Does he look a little pudgy? Isn't it doubling up around the jowls? This is not a life that's healthy for him. I think he sits around eating chocolate all the time, like a woman who's in distress. He's getting pissed, I can see. Last year, fans wanted you to get rid of Trent, Jed. Why didn't you do that? Here we go. Ooh. Jed says he did sit down at the midway point during this season and express his displeasure with the season as it was going. These are things we didn't know about, right? He's giving Trent some credit for the past. So those guys knew midway through the season. That's why Trent was in Denver talking to Elway about a job. He knew his ass was dead meat. Ooh. Al Guido? You've got a guy named Al Guido? Jed says he doesn't make football decisions. Is this news to you? Did you know about that? Oh, this is interesting. We're finding out all kind of shit today. And they keep asking the same question, and Jed's just saying, listen, I've told you that I'm going to get people in here that can work together. We need somebody who can understand the football culture as it's going to be, and apply it to the San Francisco 49ers. Yeah. Yeah, we need somebody who can communicate upstairs, downstairs. Is that Guido? I've got Google this Guido guy. You got to give Jed credit, though. He does roll with these questions. He never stops or stutters. He gets pissed off. But of course, you got to get pissed off when you're asked those kind of questions. You're man responsible. He does seem to have a vision, though. Does he sound like he knows what he's doing here? I'm kind of impressed. The team looks like shit. Maybe it wasn't his fault. We already said it was Trent's fault. Oh, they're talking about Parage guy. How much is he going to be involved? How many? This is not beanball on the other side of the bay. It kind of worries me. That Parage guy worries me. Don't be crunching things in no computer, man. Give me some people in there with gut. Yeah. Well, Jet's saying there's no money issues. Whatever they need. Oh, hell, we got $85 million in cap money. Why not? He's giving props to other people as far as the scouts. I guess Tom's staying, huh? Hey, Tom's staying. Wait. Maybe Tom's not staying. He's not made that clear. Why did Chip have to call you about his job Saturday night? Oh, Jed says he called Chip. Lucky that's not what we heard the first time. How come? I gotta give Jed for one thing. He does show a certain amount of integrity. No matter what the circumstances, we won 2 games this season. And that in itself speaks for itself. And you can't go along with any reasoning or excuses. We won 2 games. And that's what defines the season. Ooh, they're talking about those leaks. That's what's wrong with this organization. Of course, Jed won't answer the question. Those leaks, we already know. We already know what's coming out of the front office. Jed won't admit to it. This is like he's being cross-examined by prosecutors. There's a lot of why, Jed? Why, Jed? Why, Jed? He feels sorry for Chip. He feels bad about it, but he still fired him. Yeah, he's not gonna say anything bad about Chip. I really wish. Don't you wish you could have heard that conversation? Ooh, 2 questions, Jed. Other than Parag, other than who else is going to be advising you in this, Jed? And Jed, what have you learned from all of this? Oh, this is gonna be good. Oh, he made a joke. He's on KNBR. Oh, let me see what you're talking about here. Kevin Bennett, yeah, but I want to know. We all love Jim Harbaugh, but who else feels like he couldn't win the big game, just like you lost to Ohio State and Florida State and Michigan this year? Kevin, that's a good point. I have issue with Harbaugh. I don't want him back. But during that time, I felt like he was our guy, right? So you're right. Harbaugh's went down through the line. He takes you right up to the edge of the water, and there's no drink. Yeah. See, and Jed's pointed to the fact that he didn't see any possibility to establish any championship culture. If he has that kind of vision and insight, I have a new respect for him. That's pretty funny. And the Illuminati, you get that kick out of it? Owners don't get fired. What a boss. You know. West Coast says NFL Network, it's live. Yeah, there you go. Ooh, I could have watched it live. I could have watched it on my. But anyway, it's okay on this. We got Eric Vaughn. What's up, man? Says, what up? Tim Kawakami asked Jed the number one question, and Jed will not admit he made a mistake firing Harbaugh. Truth is, Tim deserved more power, and Trent should have been fired a long time ago. We all know that now. But I still wonder, Eric, could Trent have finally pulled it off? We got to the Super Bowl, and had he made the better play decision, then we would have won. I mean, his good intentions have not come into fruition in the last 2 years. Jed, answer that question, buddy. I want to know. Because, when you're being held responsible like this, you need to come up with some solid, concrete answers. Jed's calm, though, in this, isn't he? He's getting picked off. He's getting pissed with Lowell. And he says, Lowell, I'm not the expert. And if you want to sit down and have a conversation about that, we can talk. In other words, Lowell, get off my ass. I just told you I wasn't perfect. Hey, he's right about that. There's only one Bill Walsh, baby. And he's staring down on us from up above. If there's ever another Bill Walsh, man. Yeah. He's right. We got to get over the past. I got to go with him on that. Get over the past. Come on into 2016, 17, man. Oh, whoa. Jed, you've got at your convenience some of the greatest 49er football heroes in history. You could talk to them. Yeah, Jed. Oh, he says he is? He does collaborate with those people. And is he embarrassed about the image of the 49ers? I kind of knew he was, though. I mean, no matter who you, I mean, your team is 2-14. The year before, they're 5 and. I mean, you can't. We've had 7 wins in 2 years. There's no way you're not gonna be embarrassed about that. You know. Yeah, Kim, they're working his ass, aren't they? They are working his ass. $59,000 fans yesterday. I didn't even know that. But what Jed's not saying is half of those fans were Seahawk fans. Eric said, guys, I missed a lot. Just got home. What happened? Eric, you might want to join later because there's a lot. It's been boiling hot. Jonathan Katami, I agree. I think Steve Young will be a good GM for the San Francisco 49ers. I really wish he would. I don't think Steve wants to be bothered well. Yeah. He's showing shame, which is what he better do. And that he's doing all he can to get us back to a winning culture. Next question's up. Asking what was missing from this year's team to make it impossible to return to a championship culture. I love these. These reporters are on it. I want to give the holla, but it'd be inappropriate. Jed. He needs a cheerleader behind him. Jed. He's growing up right before our very eyes. He's really handling these questions. I'm not hating him right now. He's been an idiot in the past, but he's just a kid. They put him in a position he had no business being in the first place. Jed should just now be coming in. He should have been somebody else's protege. But his dad's an idiot too. He can't run a football team. What they should have done is put a real live football man in there and let Jed learn from him if they insisted on putting him in that position. Meanwhile, we've suffered all these bumps, bruises, and goddamn contusions. I have faith that he could actually learn. He sounds like he knows what he's talking about today. I'm serious. Here's a question about, there's people in the locker room who didn't even know Trent was fired Friday. Can you explain that, Jed? Why was it that? And here comes Jed. So Jed said Trent set him up. He had told Trent earlier. Trent didn't say anything. He didn't say anything. He came in and said something after the fact. In other words, just to embarrass my ass. And he did too. It makes him look bad. So Jed, why you go? Jed says it's their choice, their opinion. If they want to share with others, it's not my business. You got me, Jed. He's learned a lot. Nobody else has been let go. But that's moot, because when the new GM and the new coach comes in, when the new general manager and new head coach come in, then they're fired. They haven't fired anybody until then. But Jed he hopes those guys hurry up and come in and fire these people. I don't want to pay them unnecessarily. Yeah, did you, Eric? You like Lowell Kahn and Killian? Yeah, did they? That was smooth, wasn't it? It did. Yeah, we should have taken Dak over Shad. That's true. Well, no, I don't know about. Yeah, well, I like Shard though. Was it that round? Yeah, it was the fourth round. Damn. See, that's gonna be the thing, you know. How does that pan out in the future? Because if Shard's a locked down corner, and we do find a quarterback that we're satisfied with, then it's okay. But right now, you're right. It looks bad. The timing. And Jed says we got to make sure we get it right. So he's not going to. The hiring is not going to take. It's not going to be done quickly. But we want it to be done quickly because the draft is coming up. Jed, free agency period is upon us. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Jed's out of here. All right. Tell you what we're gonna do. Did you enjoy that? Boy, Jed's out. He's in the bathroom. I can just see him now. He's got his. When he gets there, he's gonna put his hand over the basin and start throwing up. He was good today. I kind of liked him. All right. Tell you what. Give me like 5 minutes. I'll be right back. I gotta go. I gotta go to the little boy's room. I'll be right back, and I'm gonna take your phone calls right here. So if you've got the app, all the information is right there. Give me 5 minutes. I'll be right back. No. Okay. Because I was gonna tell him to call from here. Okay. 7 wins in 2 years? Shoot, you better be serious, because can you imagine what the things that are going to be said to him next time? Man. Anyway, yeah, should we? Can we hop on over to the phone right now? I see somebody in Sacramento. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's Rich. Hey,
yeah,
Rich.
let's go.
That's Rich. So I remember Rich from SoCal. Rich, did you check out that
What's
conference, man?
going on, Ronbo?
Man, I'm telling you, man, I'm loving what's going on here, man. I'm checking out Jed. It was fun to watch him squirm, wasn't it?
Yeah, yes, it was. Yes, it was.
I think his hair
It
was
looked like he
falling
wanted
out
to
right during the
cry.
conference. I'm sorry, say it again.
It looked like he wanted to
I
cry.
know.
It really did.
It
He looked
did,
like
man.
he wanted to cry. I don't know if he was doing it to try to feel sincere. And what about his bullshit responses? Unbelievable.
I
This
know.
fucking guy, man. He's got to go, man.
He's got those all rehearsed.
He's got to go. He's got to be the bank, and he needs to bring somebody else in and run the whole thing from top to bottom.
Have you ever heard of this guy named Guido that he was talking about? I've never heard anybody.
Yeah.
You've heard about Guido?
Yeah, I've heard of Guido before. Yeah, he's been there for quite a while, actually.
But he's
been there
never.
for a while.
He never.
But the thing is,
his
he's the
involvement.
one. He's the one that should have came out and gave the press conference. I don't know who advised Jed to get on that fucking podium, but I mean, I thought somebody was going to throw a tomato at him. Are you kidding me?
He's. You know, this is why I'm saying this guy Guido. He says we do have a guy. He's our president, and it does handle all football. You know, and Jed. That's what I'm saying. Well, Jed. Oh, why don't we hear about him being more involved? You know, because you never hear about Guido being involved in any decisions or anything like that. That's why I said, what? Who?
Well, he kind of stepped on his own questioning when he stated that, you know, when the other I like that one reporter that was just nailing him with the Harbaugh question, and you know he kind of
Was that
screwed
Lowell?
himself saying that, well, you know, I didn't want people, you know, I don't want one coach saying, well, the players are my problem, and you need to go over there.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't remember who the reporter was, but that kind of stated, oh, so you have people running back and forth. Harbaugh's not treating me right.
Mm-hmm. And we know Jimmy Tomasula was
you gotta
one.
get rid of this guy.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe Tom was one of. I mean, you know.
No, Harbaugh pointed that out. He says you reap what you sow. Remember midway during the season last year? Yeah. See?
Yeah, exactly.
He was pointing to Tomasula.
Yeah. So, oh man, this is just a disaster and a half. I thought I was going to get a little bit of warm and fuzzies, but man, we got a lot of problems.
Yeah.
We got a lot of problems. You know, I'm not going to abandon my team, brother, but it doesn't look good at all. I mean, it doesn't even look like this guy knows what direction to go into.
Well, he's going to relieve himself of this whole thing. Now, what he's going to do is, like he said last year, he had Trent in a position where he was going to evaluate him this year to see what would happen. And as he said, midway through the season, he sat down with both of those guys, Chip and Trent, and says, listen, I'm not happy. So that means that this year, he's going to hire somebody, supposedly, that knows what they're doing and step back out of the way and evaluate their performance. And if it sucks, he's going to be hiring coach number 5, I guess, next year. Because you can't...
Yeah, no, but the way I'm looking at it, Ronbo, is you got to kind of step out of the box here.
All right,
you kind of look at the whole thing. You know, you got to look at the whole thing.
I agree.
And the thing is, something stinks there. Something's just not right.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever it is, if it is Jed, he needs to go, man. They just need to bring somebody out. If he wants to be the guy stating that he put the whole team together, I don't care. But as far as him making decisions or saying anything about the team, he needs to get out of the limelight for a little bit and bring somebody in that is gonna run this whole team.
Did you check out how he answered that question too? He says, first of all, I'm the owner. The owner doesn't get fired. You know, I was enjoying that.
Oh my gosh! Are you serious, dude? Really?
Rich, this could be his last year, though. You know,
then,
I think his mom's going to step in next year. If this fails, I think mom's going to step in and she's going to hire somebody. This could be it for Jed. So.
I was walking that, Jim. I thought he was.
Rich, did I lose you?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Richard, go finish up. We got a lot of people running in here now. Rich, go ahead. Give me some more of your thoughts here.
Right. Well, I seen a lot of people on the other cast mentioning players to go get and stuff. All I care about right now is a GM and a coach. I'm not even concerned about players right now because we don't even know what kind of system they're going to bring in.
True.
But right now, we just need to focus on getting a GM and a coach, and then from there, figure out what players to go get to kind of critique what they're, whatever the coach is going to do.
That's the next step. All right, Rich, thanks for calling in, babe. Right. Tell you what, I'm going to see you on Red and Gold Radio later when you get time,
no
okay?
No problem. Love the show, Ronbo.
Thanks, man.
And have a happy
All right,
year.
bro. All right. Thanks, Rich. Talk to you later, buddy. All right. Let's go.
Take it easy.
All right. Let's go to Andre.
Hey, what's going, Rambo? Man, it's been a while, but I am back, Rambo.
Hey, good to hear you, man.
Yeah, Rambo.
Yeah, I'm sitting there checking out Jed, man, because, our future here, what's going to happen next? And And Jed came in and dealt with questions. He got beat up. It was like I thought he was going to pass out at one point. Man. His face is getting all scary. It's like Rich said, look like he's going to start crying.
he knew he was going to be in the over. He knew there was going to be grilling. But let me give you some key points here, Rambo. For the GM, Louis Riddick. I really, been doing my research on him. I think he should be the GM because the guy, he just seems like a guy that knows about football and knows about X to O, and he's real disciplined. When you watch him on TV, he talks about players. And I remember when the draft was coming up, he hit on Dak Prescott. And now for me to hear that Trent Bucky blocked when Chip Kelly wanted to draft Dak Prescott, he blocked it.
Yeah,
it's like Trent was just sitting there just messing every shit up, man.
Yeah.
He should have been fired a long time ago. He should have been let go before Harbaugh. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So now it went into the Chip Kelly tenure, and basically I feel like he the one that fucked Chip Kelly up.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? If you come and look at it,
there's no doubt about it.
I mean, I was livid, and I felt like we shouldn't have won. We shouldn't have won that game with the Rams, but it is what it is. We just need to taste that win one time.
Yeah, because it was terribly painful. Yeah, absolutely, I agree with that too. You just can't lose every game. 1-15. Oh my God, it's bad enough at 2.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And he knows that he knows he failed. That's why That's why he dodged that question and said, "Well, I'm the owner." Where if you're the owner, you have to humble yourself. You can't just talk like that. You know what I mean? You're not Hitler. You know what I mean?
And it's like he told Lowell Kahn, "I'm not perfect, and I'd be glad to sit down and have a cup of coffee with you and talk about this." Because he was at that point he was getting real nervous because the heat was turning up.
Right. Exactly. You know what I mean? And for a head coach, man, I just sit there. I've been really thinking. I'm like, man, because when you do everything, I just think the best choice would be for somebody to be somebody that's young. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To bring that young energy into the building. So, the people I'm looking at is the younger Shanahan. Him,
Kyle.
That'd be somebody good. And then who else? Let me see here.
We already lost Adam Gase, so we can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that. So it's like Vince Joseph too. You bring him in from Miami, and just
Josh McDaniel. How do you feel about Josh
McDaniel?
Josh McDaniel?
Yeah, that's a good choice too. But it's like just like how the people are saying, it's like why would you want to come to San Francisco and it's like you might get axed. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's scary.
If you don't have, it is. Imagine it's like people. Those coaches had families they had to feed. They just moved out here last year.
Yeah.
Relocation is real expensive. You know what I mean?
Damn right.
Yeah.
And Chip told him at the beginning of the season that it was going to take a while. He already knew that he didn't have an adequate team. So it's the way it works. So. Yeah,
and one of the things about season 2 people don't know. All those injuries, when injuries start to pile up, believe it or not, and I tell you this, Rumble, the main leadership when it started to go down where that was missing was LeVar Bowman. LeVar Bowman was not in the locker room. Joe Staley was there, but Joe Staley is not a guy that's going to be firm, like a LeVar Bowman. You know what I mean?
I know.
But I'm glad he kept the team together. He did his thing, Chip Kelly, but he just had to go, man.
Yeah.
And like I said, he's a great football mind. He's gonna find him a job out there, And the guy, he ain't got to rush to get a job right now. He's gonna be sitting at home getting paid, regardless.
True.
Because we still paying other coaches. Yeah.
We've got to move on, but I want to thank you for your input. That was a lot of good stuff. Yeah. Tell you what, Audrey, join us on the weekends. We're going to be doing this again, and Monday and Tuesday, Thursday and Friday on the radio. All right. Thanks, Audrey. You're back.
Take care now, Rambo. We'll talk again.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye
Have
now.
a great day.
Be safe out there. All right. Bye-bye.
Go hard.
What up, everyone?
Hey. Go hard. What'd you take from that conference,
just relaxing. Just taking everything in, man. When I read the news yesterday, the first thing about Trent going, I was really excited, man, because I was one of the fans that I really didn't think management, this owner, I really didn't think he gave a fuck about winning or not. I thought, as long as they were getting their bread, man, as long as they were getting their chippers in, then all was well, with the new stadium coming and all the revenues bringing around the Bay Area with concerts and the wrestling and all that. I just figured, they thought they were set. They didn't care about it. Yeah. After letting Harbaugh go and his coaching staff. You know, they were one of the top paid staff in the league, and everything just seemed to, you know, they just cared about money. Mm-hmm. But, you know, I'm kind of excited that they took the step into firing Chip too. And I know I was one of the guys saying, you know, I want to see Chip around for another year or whatnot. But, you know, at the end of the day, I really didn't, because of what was going on with the defense. It was just, I just thought we didn't have any other choice, and we were just going to ride with who we had, and whoever else we're picking up is just whoever we can find. And, you know, nobody just really seemed interested to come to San Francisco. So I'm really excited that this owner took that step into cleaning the house, because it shows, you know, I mean, I guess it can go both ways, but to me it shows that he does show that he gives a fuck about winning. And you know, I mean, we got to have a better season than 2-16 or 2 and whatever next year, man. You know, no matter what, we got to. And I know a lot of people are like, I've been seeing reports back and forth saying, well, this ain't going to really be an interesting hot spot to come to, man. It's a mess in San Francisco. Well, I kind of argue that, you know, me, if I was a coach coming in, or being a young coach or whatever, and I seen the money and the young team that they had around, and it's just pieces that need to be put together. It's a project, you know, somebody who would like a challenge.
Absolutely.
And, you know, and on top of it being the Bay Area, I know we covered that a couple times about just how beautiful it is out here. So, you know, I think, you know, I don't think it's as bad as it seems to, you know, somebody who's really coming out there and wants to make this money and take a step out of being an offensive coordinator or whatever in general. And, you know, I'm really leaning to Josh McDaniels. I seen that report about going back to they're from Youngstown, and they're both, you know, their families came from the same area and whatnot. And that could possibly be one of the things that, you know, factor in. But, you know, that seems the best way to go, man, is get that young dude and you know, have him start his regime. It's a whole new Niners squad, y'all. It's a new day, you know what I mean? Right. It's a new era.
That's right. And yeah, you know, make a good point too, because the fact of the matter is, now that Trent Baalke is gone, it's like you cleaned out and washed the place down and disinfected it. So now it's not a dirty, scary place to run into. That's why I think the environment changed immediately upon Trent's exit. Now you've got free agents who are going to listen to whatever they're talking about. I think it's a better place to come. It's not scary now. So it may not be as difficult as people think.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Go on, man. As usual, good input, bro. Let me. We're going to make this kind of quick today, so thank you, Go Hard.
Yeah, no problem.
See you on the radio. I'll be on a little later if you want to come on and join us, okay? Oh, wait a minute. I think I won't be on radio. I forgot about that. Okay. See, we're doing this too much in one day. Yeah. All right, Go Hard.
I'll keep updated with the apps, man. I'm looking forward to everything you got going on for sure. Man. Up all day, baby.
Thanks, bro. All right. Talk to you later. Go Hard. Let's go to Sean.
Yes, sir.
Sean, did you check out our hero? Did you see him up there? He took it all, man. I mean, he was like a boxer up there taking punches to the midsection. He took a couple of shots to the head. I was feeling sorry for him for a second, Sean. How did you take that, man?
Man, you know what? As much as we like to motherfuck Jed, let's be realistic, man. I mean, his job ain't easy.
No.
You know what I mean? And I think deep down he means well, but I think he fucked up and put the trust in the wrong person with Trent Baalke.
And didn't realize it.
But I'll blame him for that though.
Yes.
You know, because I mean Trent Baalke showed that he's not the guy, and he kept putting faith in him, kept giving him a chance, and I think he finally just had enough. He finally got tired of fucking taking the punches. He got tired of seeing, you know, the empty seats at Levi. He got tired of seeing the seats that were filled. They were from the other team's fans. You know, and it got to the point where he finally fucking said enough's enough.
Yeah.
You know, that's like that parent that's, you know, got that kid that's just a fucking animal and just doesn't listen and just out of control, but he's an adult. So at some point, you got to finally just, you know, wipe your hands a little bit, say, you know what, you're an adult, you go out and make your own mistakes, but you ain't going to bring me down with you.
Yes.
You know, it's that type of thing.
Yeah, agreed.
So, you know, I think Jed's, this time around, I'm not going to say he's going to get 100% right, but that motherfucker's going to make some right choices, I think. And I think if he could just get, you know, a GM, it doesn't have to necessarily be the right GM and the right coach, but if he can get a GM and a coach that can just agree on some things,
we'll be a whole lot better than what we were the last couple of years.
And that's his prerogative right there. That's what he wants to get done. And Sean, you hit upon something. He's now maybe learned that is the thing, because his thing about trying to mix a defensive mind with an offensive mind, but the problem is they didn't have equal power. So when he had Trent and Chip together, it was probably, in theory, a good idea. But it failed because Trent had way much more power than Chip. So what's he going to do? Chip got denied Dak Prescott. And see, now the Cowboys are rolling with Dak. And what I did really appreciate was a question the lady says, you've got at your disposal some of the greatest 49er minds of all time. Do you collaborate with them? And he said yes. But do you think he takes their advice, Sean?
I think he listens to what they're saying, but let me put it this way. I think he hears what they're saying. Let me give you an example. So you're at your house, you live by some train tracks, you hear the fucking train, but you ain't listening to it. You hear it though, but you ain't listening to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like your neighbor's playing music. You hear the music, but you ain't listening to it. So he might be hearing them, but I don't know in the past if he's been listening to them.
Yeah.
Now he's got to fucking listen. Now he's got to listen to the train. He's got to listen to the music. And that's the analogy that I can give. He was probably hearing it, but he wasn't really listening.
Yep.
Now, okay, he got rid of Trent. Now he got rid of Chip, and he made it pretty clear without saying it that Chip and Trent they were just on two separate pages.
Yep. He did
It's
say
obvious that Trent. It's obvious that Trent had one vision, Chip had another vision, and it just didn't work out. And I believe at some point, because Chip, he's a little smart ass. Chip's a smart ass. He'll come at you with some crafty shit.
Yeah.
I bet you there at some point Chip was just digging into Trent and vice versa. There was a power struggle between the two.
Yeah. And it was very quiet as it was kept the entire time, with little deep digs by Chip going through the media. We're not a throwing team. We're not a team that can throw. And that's a stab. So you're right. Absolutely.
And behind the scenes was when Chip was saying shit like that, he was probably, what nobody really knew, that Chip wanted Dak, but Trent said no, so Chip was probably throwing that out there at him like that, like, here you go, there's your jab. Shit like that. When really we didn't pick up on it because we really didn't know that.
Yeah.
But he was probably taking shots at Trent the whole time behind the scene, and we really didn't get it, but he's probably taking mad shots at Trent.
Well, the story's going to come out. They're going to leak out little by little because, as you say, we're getting them all ready today. Sean, appreciate you calling in, man. And go ahead and have a great day. We'll talk later, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, John. Let's go to Power 49er. Power 49er, come on in, man.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Oh, man, I'm just sitting here watching our team we're watching it all the way down to the ground. We're looking at the ashes now. We're waiting for it to build back up, and it starts with Jed, of course. And what did you get from? Do you feel any better? I mean, Sean said was that Rich is concerned about the death of the 49ers. How do you feel?
You know what? I think maybe Jed was under some pressure right now.
Yeah.
He saw some things that we didn't see. Maybe he did get tired of seeing stands, with other teams fans, and he had to.
Yeah.
And said, let me just do this whole thing over again.
That's a scary thought.
That's the only way I can see it, considering the amount of money that's out again.
Yeah.
But that was my whole thing. We got a lot of money out there. And they had to get pretty desperate, and say, hey, we're going to go. I think I was reading that they're going to be paying like $69 million in coaches' salaries or something like that.
Yeah, I laugh at that because that could have all been avoided. They got a third. You got three coaches on the same return. Because you got Tom Sula, you got Kelly, and you got the guy coming up. That's just ridiculous. So
that's crazy.
It is.
And I can keep them back saying, hey, listen. This guy's messing up. I could see, the head button in that. Going forward.
Oh yeah.
To have people come in that's on the same page, it would definitely be a better look.
It would be. But see, that's what they're trying to. You know what though? I do feel sorry for him in that power. You know why? Because when you bring two men together like that, and you hope from both resumes, Both characters, the history you know behind them. You think you're putting two guys together, they're going to be fine, and the chemistry should ignite, as he says, the winning and championship culture. But you get egos.
Yeah.
You got to remember egos. You can't put Trent Baalke together with anybody. He's like oil and water, no matter who you put him with. That's Jed's problem right there. Get rid of Trent. Oh.
Yeah. Look. You got Trent, right?
Yeah. Waited too long.
Kelly, Trent wants to be the GM and the coach. Kelly wants to be the coach and the GM.
Yeah. Automatically, it's a mess. Automatically. But Kelly walked around with a smiley face all the time and act like everything was all right. He pumped up Trent. Anybody ask him about Trent, I think going forward, Trent's the guy that I can build this team with. I trust him on every level. That was such bullshit. God, no, he didn't. He was saying a power move was going on the whole time. I think Kelly was doing everything he could to see if he could get Trent removed and he stay.
Exactly.
We'll find that out sometime soon, probably.
We're going for full control again.
Yeah.
No.
Or he had Tom Gamble, which Tom Gamble would have been an extension of him, and Tom would have cooperated with anything Chip would say. There would have been no resistance. That was Chip's move.
Exactly.
Yep.
I did want to see Chip for another year because, we were saying it takes
It
I
takes
don't
a
think
while.
it can be done in 1 year.
It can't. And they got to give this coach a shot. Don't throw him out after one season. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. You're right. So
I was reading a report that said that we was looking at what's his name, Tom Case in Seattle.
Oh yeah, for the GM.
Yeah, the GM.
Yeah.
No, coach, I think.
Because I know there's looking at somebody in Seattle, somebody in the office for the GM as well. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that would probably be good for the rivalry. I don't know.
Yeah, well, yeah, we don't know what he knows. Yeah, but I got it.
Coach the Raiders before or something like that.
Yeah, and he knows a lot about the Hawks, so we can pick his brain. Pop 49, I got to say goodbye, and I appreciate you calling in, man.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right,
Just thanks for having me.
all right. Hey, thank you. We'll talk to you later. All right, let's go to Eddie. Eddie, go ahead, man.
Hey, Ronbo.
Hey.
That press conference was just like last year. He's basically repeated the same stuff he said last year.
Pretty much.
My only hope is we actually grab a competent GM. I like Elliot Wolf out of Green Bay. I think he'd be great. He's young. He's an up and comer almost in all circles. He's highly thought of. The only thing is trying to pry him away from Green Bay. His dad's a legend there. Is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
But I like if we can get him and like a Kyle Shanahan, two young guys that can build something that can be here in San Francisco.
Sure.
Because we're a blue blood franchise. Like even when we suck, even when the Cowboys suck, even when the Steelers suck, even when Green Bay suck, like our name means something.
Absolutely.
And I do watch this. I do believe Jed York cares about the 49ers. I just don't think he knows what the fuck he's doing.
That's the problem. You're absolutely right.
I think that's what it is. I think he cares, and I think that matters to him. Like watching his uncle succeed and win 5 Super Bowls and do all this stuff, and he tries to do that, and he comes across very thin-skinned. So I think Jim probably rubbed him the wrong way because Jim's kind of a, hey, this is what I do. I'm going to tell you how I feel, and I kind of don't care how you take it.
Sure.
And I think that just rubbed them the wrong way. Because when they were doing the press conference, they started asking those questions. Like, your first question is, like, what makes you believe you're competent enough to find a head coach and a GM?
I love that question.
I was like, and the worst part about it, it was a warranted question.
Yeah.
You've made decision after decision. Everyone's looking around saying this makes no sense. Tom Sula made no sense. Firing Jim Harbaugh made no sense.
2 years. We got 7 wins, Eddie. 2 years, 7 wins, and an incredible amount of losses. And of course,
and
you need to wonder. Go ahead.
Yeah. And one of the worst things about that is it could have all been avoided if he would have been a man and just sat both of them down, Trent Baalke and Jim Harbaugh, said, this isn't either one of your teams. This is my team.
Thank you. That's
they should have done, like living so close to L.A. and growing up around Laker fans and everything. That's what should have been, I know it's not the same, but Shaq and Kobe.
Oh.
Should have been the same thing. Should have been done with them. This isn't either one of your teams. This is my team.
See, well, you know what?
And it could have avoided so many problems.
You bring up those two as an example, and you know what that reminds me of? The fact of the matter is you've got two alpha dogs. That was going to be a real problem, and I don't even know how that got together in the first place. I give Phil Jackson a lot of credit for that. That's the kind of coach we need right now, or in this case, that's the kind of coach that can handle a GM too. As Jackson could handle any GM in the NBA, right? That's the kind of mind we're looking for. Yeah, that was it, man. Get somebody in there that can handle egos and not crash, and get something done. That's the thing.
Exactly. And honestly, he needs to find himself a common policy. That's what Jed York needs, a common policy that when him and Bill and Eddie would clash, you had Carmen there saying, hey, you need to take a step back and calm down. Because you read all the books about those 80s 49ers team, like Eddie D wouldn't fire Bill Walsh like almost every other week.
I know. If it wasn't for Carmen, he probably would have. They fought hard.
Yeah. He would have. Yeah. He would have. And you need someone there to be able to kind of to kind of weather that storm and be able to voice a reason.
Absolutely.
So maybe getting someone like a Steve Young, who is brilliant, who knows football, who will come back and who's part of ESPN's broadcast team right now, who probably will come back and be willing to work in that role, would be great. Get yourself, he needs to get a football op team president, not Al Gudo, who never talks.
I didn't know who he was. Anyway. I forgot about him. I heard about him years ago. I just remembered. Anyway, let me say goodbye to you, Eddie. And I really appreciate you coming in. I don't remember meeting you before, but that's awesome, man. One time ago. That's right. All right.
Yeah, well, I was at the Rams game the next week, so I couldn't do that. And then the whole family thing was on New Year's. I couldn't call in.
Yeah, I really appreciate your input.
But, got the draft coming up, so just kind of looking forward to that. Hopefully we can
free agents first.
Get things right for that.
Yeah. All right.
All right. It's going to be very interesting because
those things that are going to happen in the next few weeks is going to be awesome. All right, Eddie. Let me see you next time, which will be real soon, okay?
All right,
Eddie. Have a great one. All right, let's go to Eric.
What's up, Ronbo?
Hey, Eric. Eric, did you check out Fearless Leader? What did you get? Yes, what did you get from that?
It sounded very similar to all the press conferences we've heard over the past few years.
Everybody agrees on that. More of the Jed York rehearsed lip service.
Those journalists gave him the business, though.
Ooh, they beat him up. Whew, man.
All the heavy hitters.
Yes. They did not hold back. If I was Jed, I would not come in with a suit and tie from now on. He should wear sweats and, like he's getting ready for a workout or something, because they'd be I thought I saw sweat rolling off his head, man. That's rough. I got to feel sorry for him. But I can't really feel sorry for him because he only goes through it once a year. And now, Eric, we know why he only goes out there once a year. Because Jed could not stand that kind of browbeating more than once a year. They just kicked his ass. That was hilarious. But he stood in there.
It was it, man. He deserved it. He deserved it, though.
Yes.
He needs to hold himself more accountable. That's the only part that pissed me off, man. I would have loved to, they asked him about the Harbaugh firing. Yeah, he should have just came out. You know what? I fucked up.
He won't do it, Eric. I was thinking the same thing. Jed, will you just fess up on that? He won't do it. This is the second year in a row, and he will not do it. Damn.
Great leaders hold themselves accountable and, admit their mistakes. If I was in this position, I would have just said, you know what? Yeah, I fucked up.
Wouldn't you have a new respect for him? I'd have a new respect for him if he did.
Yeah, and that's what I'm still pissed with the guy. I mean, I look at him, I cringe. I don't get it, but his parents, they're the owners, so you know what? Yeah, just like he said, he'll never be fired.
I don't
know who can fire him.
And I love when they ask him that question, Jed. you've dismissed people that have not done this company any service. Why haven't you also dismissed yourself? And I thought that was the best question. Okay, you don't.
That's what's so hard.
I'm the owner. You don't let the owner go.
Yeah, I mean that's just what's so hard. We had the pieces in place. I mean, but like the few callers stated before. I mean, yeah, it was a power struggle, and he should have just nipped it right in the bud right there. Listen, Jim, Trent, this is my team, and I mean Jim should have been the one that got to receive more of the power. Trent should have been out of here years ago.
Yep,
that's just my opinion,
and it's accurate. And Harbaugh wasn't perfect.
Look at where you are.
Yeah, true.
Perfect.
Yeah, Harbaugh wasn't perfect, but he was ahead of Trent, and that's what we're talking about. Give us.
I agree with that 100%. And sorry for not joining some more, live radio and more of the calls. I'm in grad school, man, and raising 2 kids, man. It's just tough, man, to get on the phone, man. But I've been listening. Thank God for YouTube, man.
Yeah, we're gonna be great.
I listen to all of it.
Eric, that sounds like that's being responsible. See, maybe you should have Jed's job. I mean, you're carrying all that. You are the man.
You know what?
We're proud of you, man. You get in here whenever you can. We'll wait for you. That's okay.
You and a handful of other fans, we all deserve a shot at some positions on that team, man. Yeah. I don't know. He's not listening. He needs to listen to your radio show more, man.
I tell you what, he's got. I think his mom is going to jump in this year. It's the kind of thing somebody's going to finally say, if we go another 2-14 season next year, he is going to be held accountable. And I think the parents are finally going to say, listen, Jed, it's gotten to the point now. We've got to do something different, and that means we're going to put you above the whole operation, but we're going to hire somebody to do what you do now, and go from there. Because he says Guido doesn't make any decisions. I don't care what they say. It's Jed. He said he makes all the decisions anyway. So he needs to be stripped of that power and let somebody who knows what they're doing make those decisions. It's just that's the way it is. Everybody is not capable of doing every job. So Jed, that's not what you should be doing. Let's move you along. So yeah.
Well, can I just ask you this very quickly, because I know there's a handful of other people that have something to say.
Go ahead.
Don't you think it would make sense to pluck someone, our next GM, coach, what have you, from the franchise that has, has branched off from at least the franchise that's running the league right now? Our next GM, head coach hire should be someone from that Patriots, that Belichick coaching or organization somehow.
They're looking at McDaniel, but you're talking about somebody that's up in the front office, though, aren't you?
Front office.
Yeah.
Preferably head coach. I wouldn't be I wouldn't be mad at that either. But McDaniel's is okay. But
they're looking at McDaniel. The GM, that's another story. Because they may like New England. It'd be hard to move somebody out of the front office. I imagine that's what the 49ers are trying to do. But, that would be a little tough.
How about someone from another team? How about Scott Pioli?
Yeah, his name's coming up a lot. And Riddick and Pioli are the names you hear a lot. I don't know if the 49ers are noticing. All of us are. But I don't know what the 49ers, who they're aiming at. We won't know as they keep those cards close to the chest. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's just who I think look what he did in Kansas City. I mean, look at Kansas City now. I just over the season, look at those pieces that are in Kansas City now. And look at they're the number 2 seed. Look at they rose from the ashes.
Yeah. And getting ready, and they could Raiders, knock off. Yeah, I know. Al Davis just said, "Look, I'm not gonna be my dad. I'm gonna step back. You guys run this thing, and you're responsible. I can tell you that right now. That's the way you do it, man. I mean, that's the way you do it.
That's the way you do it.
Yeah, hire people to know what they're doing.
That's just me.
And it's everybody. We're watching this horror going on every year, and it's unnecessary. That's the way it is. You got to step back out of the way. If you don't know what you're doing, let somebody else do it. So
they're throwing Elliot Wolf out there.
Eric, I missed. Yeah.
But Denver's already, like I said yesterday, Denver's already. I just read they've already reached out to Kyle Shanahan.
I knew they would.
We're going to miss out on him.
I knew it. I said if Kyle has a choice between Denver and San Francisco, unless Jed throws an entire fortune at him, he's going to Denver. I knew he would. So McDaniel's the next.
That's who I really want, but I don't think we're going to get him.
We're not going to get Kyle. He's going to Denver. But
yeah.
And also Tony Romo, I would guess, is going to Denver as well. That's another sub. We're going to go on that one next time. So Eric, I'll let you get back to doing all those millions of things you do, and I want to thank you for calling in.
No, I appreciate you, man, and your platform, man.
Oh,
Listen,
thanks, bro.
without you, man, this season, you kept me so optimistic, man.
Hey.
It's been a rough season. Shout out to all the fans that remain loyal, too, man.
Yeah.
Everybody could have had every right to jump ship, but that's not who we are.
And some did, too. But, Eric, those of us who sit back and wait, we'll get our rewards soon. They can't stay bad forever. The league is set up. The CBA makes it possible for everybody. You can't stay down too low, and you can't stay high too low either. So we'll be back.
Stay faithful, everyone.
Yeah.
And listen, there's a reason we have those 5 trophies.
There's absolutely.
There's a reason.
Absolutely.
For royalty. Don't ever forget that. Man, appreciate you, Ronbo.
Hey, thanks, Eric. Appreciate it.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, bro. Talk to you later.
All right. Okay.
We go to 707 Napa, California. Hello.
How's it going, Ronbo?
It's going kind of better because the season's over. You can look forward. Optimism has to be abound right now. Nothing bad has happened just yet. We got to wait until to see what Jed does next. But what are you thinking?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, what are your thoughts on what he said this press conference? I mean, I just joined in to the radio host you're doing maybe like 10 minutes ago. So
yeah, and
I've only read.
What is your name? What is your name?
Hey, my name's Perry.
Perry. Well, Perry,
you.
Yeah, no, I was going to answer your question, Perry. Thanks. I actually was. I've got sort of a thing about when I see a guy getting beat up. You know, I felt like they almost were bullying our boy, but at the same time, I felt like he's in a position where bullying is just a normal thing, and he should be prepared to answer some of those questions. And I thought he answered pretty much as expected. He didn't come up with anything unusual. Yeah, you could actually know what Jed's going to say before he says it, and he said exactly what he said. The answers that he thought you might want to hear. He's going to improve the culture, get us back to a championship culture. He's going to try to put compatible people together to work together in order to work toward that positive end. All the things that you should say, you know. I'd really like to know, though. Like he told one guy, he says, I'm not perfect. If you want to sit down and have a cup of coffee and discuss some of these things, I'd love to be able to sit down with them when they have that cup of coffee. I could sit to the table next to them. I want to listen, you know. If Jed, in a candid situation, I really wonder what Jed would say to some of these things, because he sort of gave answers that you need to give because he's a professional at that. But that's my thinking.
Yeah, well, because I mean, I've been looking at Jed York as a head figure of this organization ever since the quarrels between Balky and Harbaugh were there. You know, because I mean, I was on Twitter, you know, renegading, saying, "Oh, Jed York, you need to get your shit together and make sure your front office is at point." And then the snowball just kept rolling, and then here comes Tom Sewell, and it's like, all right, well, now you hired within. It's time to prove it. And then that whole hashtag accountable thing was just wreaking havoc, you know. And so it's like I've been at Jed York on Twitter, or at least like whenever I have something bad to say about how the 49ers are doing, it always starts with Jed. For me, at least, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, like this morning, I did a Twitter rant, and I was basically comparing Jed York to that rich white kid who doesn't really know about culture. Saying he doesn't really know about football.
Yeah.
And he took mom and daddy's keys to the Mercedes and kind of wrapped it around the tree by fighting over it with his friends for the aux cord or over the radio.
Sure.
You know, I mean. That's the way I feel. Because I mean, it was like you were saying with the last guy. You know, it's like the Al Davis' son, the one that's running the Raiders right now. He's the one that's like, look, I like football, but you guys run it. You know more than I do. You need to run the show.
Sure.
And look where they are now. I mean, like their playoff berth. Yeah, their quarterback is down, but that's inevitable. And the injuries are inevitable.
Yeah.
But the whole culture change in Oakland is completely different.
Yes.
I mean, it's like what we had in 2010, 2011.
Yeah.
You know, that whole
all the way up to 12.
Hype. Yeah, you know.
And 13 now that I think about it, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, I do feel like Jed York is saying the right things. You know, and he's basically doing what Cap would do in press conferences when he was doing well, where he would just say what he needed to say and wouldn't say too much, so people couldn't give him too much shit. But I don't know. I've never been a big Jed York fan, and so that's why I could grill on him all day. But I mean,
Perry, when you tweet him, does he ever answer you?
Oh, he doesn't answer me.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done everything from some not hateful or nasty things. I've never tweeted anything like that, but it's always been like, hey man, are those checks in your pocket from the new stadium doing pretty well because their team isn't, or it's like, Eddie would care about football, not just about the paycheck.
Sure.
It's everything.
The thing is, though, you notice he listens to you though. And one thing, Jed will never block you, or unless you get really vicious. I think he did well, but he listens and he watches. He really does take those tweets seriously, and he said so last year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. He takes it, But I think that's what kind of sucks about this generation, I guess, because who knows how Eddie would have reacted if he had this type of social media tool,
Yeah, that's.
I mean, I remember seeing a bunch of old videos of Eddie being fired up after a game of them losing and him, just throwing towels and shit. I mean, who knows what he would have said on Twitter? So
yeah, that Italian temper might have got a little loose. I don't know if Eddie take the stuff that Jed's taking. Perry, listen, I gotta say goodbye to you. But I appreciate you coming in and meeting you for the first time. Let's get you back in here as soon as you can, okay?
Yeah, dude. I mean, me and you've been dishing out likes to each other for a while now on Instagram.
Okay.
Mine is Periwinkle Stinkle. I'm pretty sure you.
Oh, that's you. Okay. I like the name too.
Yeah. That's me.
All right, Perry. Okay, we'll be talking again. I'll talk to you on social media all day, every day. Then, okay. All right, hey.
Yeah, dude. All right.
Have a great day, Perry.
All right. You too. Happy New Year.
Thanks. Happy New Year. So, and Nighthawk stands by. Nighthawk.
What's up, Ronbo?
Nighthawk, we're just checking out and seeing what the big boss has to say. Nighthawk, what did you gather from that? Are you satisfied with what he said?
I mean, kind of, but he was kind of nervous, too. He was kind of shaky.
Yeah, he was. Well, he's getting hit with some hard questions. I mean, those are... Boy, you got to be careful with those kind of questions. You better answer them right, because the media just is waiting for you to say the wrong thing.
I saw his face. He was kind of, I saw his face. He was kind of,
Looks like he was shaking up a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
On several occasions.
Yeah, but like I said, I mean, it's hard to be if I was the owner, it'll be hard.
Yeah. It's a hard job, Nighthawk, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
When you're failing, everybody looks at you. Everybody looks at you, and the media uses you for news, and people say bad things to you on social media. It's just not a healthy place to be. I suspect by next year, if we don't do well, you see all that hair, all this hair that falls off of Jed's head each and every year. Next year, he's gonna be wearing his head shaved.
Yeah. But I think he should have. I think he should have done it last year.
As far as getting rid of Trent, he should have got rid of Trent in 2014. If he's gonna, if he's gonna fire Harbaugh, then fire both of them. Because since they were both the problem, it's like when you go into a room with two children are screwing up. You punish both kids. You don't just punish one. That gave Trent thinking he should go around doing that every year. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yep. Yeah, but he should have done it like you said. He should have done it on the like when he had Jim Harbaugh and Trent. If they couldn't work it out, they both could have been gone.
Yeah, don't fire just one. I mean, they were both. I mean, if there was some wrong there, then it was wrong between both of them, not just one of them. And that's where Jed's growing up now. Because he's learning now, and everything Trent says is not the gospel.
He didn't have to do it this year. He didn't have to go do it this year. If you wanted to do it, you should have done it that year.
Yeah, he's late. He's late. It's hindsight, Nighthawk. Hindsight is always so correct. So, damn. But here we are, six wins.
So at least he know his
7.
lesson. He got his lesson.
Yeah.
So at least he let 0-2 go.
Yeah. So you think he'll learn enough to make us a better team this year? I mean, that sounds like he learned a lot then, right? So can we look at a 9-7, 10-6 season minimum next year?
I think it'll be maybe 10-6.
Yeah. All right. 10-6. And the following year, we should be in the playoffs then, I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not asking too much, Nighthawk. Nighthawk sounds like, I don't know.
Nope.
Yeah.
It's not too much. Nope.
Yeah.
It's not too much.
Yeah.
And that's why we couldn't get Parscott. That's why we didn't have that. Cowboys got a good quarterback now. We passed him by.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, but hey, sometimes everything happens for a reason. Maybe we got the good QB coming up. So, Nana, what else you want to add?
Yeah.
Anything else?
Well, that's what I have to say right now. That's what I have to say right now.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Nana, for calling in, man. Love it. We'll see you a little
all right,
later.
Man. You have a good one.
You too.
Okay. All right. Bye.
And there is Jamel. Jamel.
Hello, Ronbo.
Hey, Jamel. Well, you just heard the big bad man talk. Jamel, what did you take?
Oh man!
From the
first, I want to say is that besides, I heard I think that was Nighthawk that was on the line
just now.
That was just talking. Yeah, beside him being shaky, to me, I was just disappointed in the interview because he was giving too many vague responses. I was just shaking my head.
Jamel, you're fading on me. There's something you do each and every time that loses your signal.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, now stay right wherever you are, whatever it is right now. Stay right there. Okay, go ahead. Continue.
Okay. Yeah, I was just basically saying that beside him being shaky, I said I was just listening to the interview, and every time he would respond, I was just shaking my head because he was giving a lot of vague responses. And this is what I was when we was talking before. This is what I was trying to avoid. This is exactly what I was trying to avoid.
What do you mean, Jed dodging and giving answers that aren't really on point?
Yeah, not on point. He's because like it's like giving vague answers. Response like I don't. I think he just went off on an emotion, just firing. That was fine that he fired Trent, but I just feel like he should have gave Chip one more year just to see how it feels with not Trent in the vicinity. Yeah,
and they never answered. They never asked him that question, which was that would have been an interesting question. Somebody should have asked him. So why did you feel it was necessary to fire both Trent and Chip? I would have loved to hear his
good point.
Yeah, I would have loved to hear his response on that. I wonder what he would have said.
Right. So I just feel like me from I just look at it. I said that next season we're gonna go downhill. It's just like that's just the reality of it. We're gonna go downhill because it's like I just feel like none of the GMs or coaches that we look for is not gonna come to us because one, you got to look at it from an interview. If I was a coach and you have to sell yourself to me, okay, well you was winning, you fired a coach. Okay, well why you fired that coach? And then you're not really gonna have a response. Because you would have to sell me to want to, be able to be coach of your team. You get what I'm saying? You're gonna have to sell yourself to me, and then ain't gonna, Jed would not have a response for the simple fact when we was winning, you fired Jim Harbaugh, and then after that, okay, well you fired somebody after one season, but those wasn't his players, so you never got a chance to see, his squad of talent. You get what I mean? Like
yeah,
you never got a chance to see.
I get that, but
you never. So it's like
it's only Harbaugh though, as far as that goes, because that scenario dies out with Jim Tomsula and Chip Kelly because the record is what he's going by, and like he said, he halfway through the season he sat down with both Chip Kelly and Trent. We didn't know about that, and told them he wasn't happy. So that was why we got the results.
Right.
So,
but I know I was just disappointed because I just feel like we should have just kept Chip one more year and just, see how it feels with not, Trent in there. And I just feel like we're gonna be like the Lakers, man. People are gonna dodge from coming to us, man. People are gonna dodge. They're not gonna, people really gonna dodge. Players and coaches are gonna dodge because from a coach standpoint, you looking at who gonna want to come over there and mess up their resume or their credibility.
Yeah, that's what happened to Chip.
You got to keep that in mind. And they keep talking about Josh McDaniels. Josh McDaniels is not going to go over there and mess up his resume and his credibility to go to the Niners. Really?
Well, the thing is,
he's not going to do that.
But what if he comes over and wins? I think some coaches have egos, thinking they can come in and fix everything. So it's not impossible, but you're right. There is going to be that slippery slope where they're going to be thinking if I go over there and I fail, I got big trouble and the guy's liable to fire me. You could come in and make a deal saying, listen, if I'm going to tell you what this team needs now, I'm going to tell you what to expect. But they're not going to want to hear anything about, well, I don't know if we're going to the playoffs this year. It's going to take me a little while to fix this machine. But I can guarantee you results within the next year or so. That's the kind of thing you should kind of understand you should get anyway. So that's the way that works.
Right.
Jamel.
And I just...
Go ahead.
I was going to say is like, I was going to say that, okay, I was going to say is that put a coach on edge as well because they like, okay, well, if I win 3-4 games, will I get fired? Or if I win 5 games, will I get fired,
Yeah,
like,
but you know what, Jamel? You can't come in with that. You got to show an attitude of at least feeling like you could be in charge, and you've got to show confidence, or else you probably shouldn't get hired. Jamel, anything else? Because I guess we're going to have to move on here.
No, that was all.
Okay.
That was all.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you calling in. All right. A lot of people want to come in. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can move on here. So, Jamel, thanks for calling, man. All right.
No problem, Ronbo.
All right. Talk to you later. Let's go to Ray. Hello, Ray.
Hey, what's going on, Ronbo?
Oh, man, we're just contemplating what is going to happen to us next. And Jamel just pointed out something that's kind of scary. The next coach comes in. Is he going to be scared to come to San Francisco if we don't win next year? And we're tired of losing. Oh, there's so many things that are scary right now, Ray.
No, I wouldn't really say that because he made a comparison to my Lakers. The Lakers got sabotaged by the NBA with David Stern nixing the Chris Paul trade. Let's not forget that.
Oh,
Let's not forget that the salary cap and the Players Association changed the contract because they were tired of guys coming to the Lakers. But that's a whole different scenario. So, no, the 49ers won't be like the Lakers, which the Lakers have to go the way of getting young talent. And, that's the way they have to go.
Yeah.
I'm just more interested in because the actual press conference sounded like a divorce from Trent Baalke, like it was his girlfriend. I mean...
That's been brought up. That's been brought up.
Yeah, like Trent Baalke, like it's not like they had a relationship going on because if you let a man control your franchise that much to where you missed out on so many draft picks, you missed out on head coaches, you missed out on players, it's like that's what kind of scares me to say, like, what is he going to do going forward? Like, you have cap space. Are you going to use it? Are you going to find a GM to draft? Because I don't really think, like, I kind of see us like Dallas of last year. I don't think we're far off, like, what people think.
I agree.
Like, if you look at the team, you got Armstead, you got Buckner, you got Bowman, you got, if you bring back Eric Reed, you just found the kid Rashard Robinson. You got pieces in place.
Yes.
What we need is a partner for Bowman that was successful when we had Willis and Bowman.
Ruben
we need
Patterson,
a partner for Bowman.
Ruben Foster.
Right. We need a partner for Bowman. We need some edge rushers. And
Myles Garrett.
Hyde. Right. Hyde, he needs a partner. Maybe like the kid from Tennessee. The running back, what's his name? Zamora.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he'd be
like
good.
Like a change of pace back.
Because there's about 4 or 5.
Like a second, third round back. And then in free agency, that's when nobody's talking about it either. You got some good guys. You got Chandler from the Cardinals. You got Jamie Collins. You got Dante Hightower. You got the corner from Houston. I think his name is Boyd. And then you got Terrell Pryor. I stay away from Alshon Jeffries, though.
Yeah,
stay away from him
because he gets injured way too much. Is Jamie Collins only on a 1-year contract? Is he available now?
He is available from what I understand because the Patriots traded him because they didn't want to pay him that money.
Oh.
They were saying that it was rumors he wanted Von Miller money. He came out and said that was untrue. And they offered Hightower a contract, but Hightower didn't like the money. So we know what the Patriots do. They let him walk.
Oh, yeah.
Then you got Chandler Jones in Arizona, the edge rusher. So there's pieces there. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We had Terrell Pryor. Nobody talks about that. We had him in training camp last year. Tom Sula let him go.
Can you believe that? Terrell's a reconverted quarterback. Maybe that frightened him or something. But Pryor, I don't understand why they didn't take a better look at him.
I mean, he had damn near 1,000 yards with high school quarterbacks this year.
Yeah. There's been some mistakes made for sure. This is why with Jed York, I'm worried if he was leaning on Trent, how much did he learn? And like they asked him in the press conference, what makes you qualified to pick out the next GM? And that was such a good question. And he got swole up on that one, boy.
Right, because at the end of the day, the talent, if I'm not mistaken, that Bulky had, wasn't that McClown's talent?
Yes, it was. And he got all the glory for the championship run. But that was misplaced. Most of us knew about better than that. But, yeah, that was McLaughlin picking all those people. Yeah.
Right, because Harbaugh, he could set the Harbaugh could set the table. He could structure it out. Only thing with Harbaugh, I love Harbaugh. He just couldn't win the big games. And I think at the end, I think the 49ers didn't like the fact that Harbaugh's face became bigger than the 49ers.
Could be.
Because when we talked about the 49ers, we didn't talk about the players. We talked about Harbaugh with the khakis, with the sweatshirt, the 49ers hat. He became bigger than the 49ers. That's why I think the Bulky and them got rid of him. Because he became his
music
ego,
after him and
his
everything
image.
else. Exactly. He was the face of the franchise. Ray, we got to move on, Ray. Appreciate you calling in, man. Great input.
No doubt. Thank you for letting me share my opinion, and I'll continue to listen. And Happy New Year, and enjoy the rest of the day. And we will be back sooner than later.
And yes, please, do not take too long to get back, okay?
All right.
All right, Ray. Have a great day.
All right, later.
Toby. I'm sorry. We have Toby.
Yeah.
Toby. Toby, what's going on, man? Did you check Fearless Leader out? What were you thinking about that?
First of all, everybody get this negativity up out of here, man. Y'all too damn negative. We happy as a motherfucker. This is what we've been wanting.
Yes.
We've been wanting this for like 2 years.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Everybody happy. So, I mean, get the negativity out of here. You know, they trying to throw salt on us, man. The media throwing us under the bus right now.
Yeah,
but,
they would.
Back to what Jamel just said, how no coach is going to want to come here. I have a whole totally different opinion. Because
please
who wants to go to the Broncos job? Who wants to go to that Broncos job where you have to win? You got all the eyes on you. If I go to San Francisco, if I go to Frisco, hey man, y'all saw what I jumped into. You know, so
yeah. But they said the same. Chip Kelly had the same situation though.
Well, I saw that he said that that they're going to be on the same page. That just kind of showed me that Harbaugh, Tom Sula, and Chip Kelly were on different pages with Trent. And then I heard him say that Trent is a defensive draft guy, but then your defense is ranked 32nd. So it's like, yo, you're a defensive guy, and we ranked last. Get the fuck up out of here,
2
man.
years in a row. Yeah. Well, we were last year.
Man, they trying to turn us into the laughing stock. So all we got to do is stay positive. This is where we want it, man. This is where we want it. Let Jed take his time. Man, the free agents will come depending on the coach and the GM, man, money talks. So
that's what I say.
We're going to have a GM.
Yeah.
We're going to have a GM. We're going to have a head coach. Yeah, they're going to have a lot of things to deal with. He said there's no sacred cows. So I want to know who's going. I think he's talking about Antoine Bethea.
Players? Have they already started? Well, they already said they're going to flip the roster, though. I mean, we knew that was coming.
Yeah.
But listen, you know what? The laugh is going to stop, Toby. The laugh is going to stop depending on who they hire as a GM. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, man, he's waiting for one of those postseason teams. He already said it. Basically, he's trying to take his time because if he really wanted somebody right now, he could have got Rex, or anybody. He don't want
don't
that.
hurry on that. I don't want him to take too
Bill
long,
Parcells or somebody.
Yeah, but I don't want him to take too long because we got free agency coming up. I want somebody to get in there and start going over things. Get busy. Don't make any bad draft picks. Get busy. Let's not wait too long. I'd like to see that in place by the end of the month at the latest.
I'd like to see it at least by the night of the Super Bowl. So, blah, 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 won the Super Bowl. Oh, the 49ers signed, da-da-da-da-da.
Yes,
so, I want to see it like that happen. But I do want him to take his time, man. I don't want him to make any emotional decisions and stuff. I don't think nobody wants that Broncos job. Look what it did to Gary Kubiak, man. It had him all stressed out, man.
I know, man. On medication.
Yeah, man. So man, everybody's going to want to come to this team. And now, man, we got the highest cap space. We got pieces, man, and you got the option to keep calling. You know what I mean? If you want to, you got the option to let guys go. You got the second round. You got the second pick of the draft.
You got money and high draft.
You can pick your QB.
Yes.
You can pick your QB. You can pick your D lineman. You can pick your linebacker leader for the rest of for 10 years. Man, it's a very attractive job, man. And in San Francisco, man. Hey, man, who doesn't want to be in Silicon Valley, man? It's beautiful.
So, but you need to be the guy in the PR, man, that goes out and recruits people, man. You're doing a great job. I just realized we're talking lots of money. We're talking about top of the draft picks, and we're going to put you in charge.
Brand new stadium.
And brand new stadium, yes, indeed.
Yeah, man,
and our cheerleaders are fantastic. There you go.
Oh yeah, man! All the cheerleaders that you need, man. Hey, so have we beaten Seattle in our new stadium yet?
Not yet. We haven't beaten Seattle anywhere in a long time.
We haven't.
7 times.
Man, we got to beat them in our stadium, man. We got to beat them in our new stadium. They think that's their. They think that's their house.
Yeah, I know, huh? And their fans did too. I understand half the stadium was them yesterday. So we got to wrap it up. And appreciate you coming in with that sunshine, man. That was really, I really did.
Man, stay positive, man.
Yes,
man,
yes.
It's what we wanted for a long time, man.
Yes, I love it, and we will stay that way until next season when we ride. And what if we ride into the playoffs? Ready for that? All right, Toby. Talk to you a little later, okay? Toby rode out like he rode in, man. His horse flew back and everything. I love it. 7:27 out in Florida. What is that?
What's up, baby?
Is it? I can hear a voice.
Yeah, it's your boy Jack, baby. How we doing?
I thought that was Jack. Jack, you're not. I see an FL next to your name. 727. Jack.
Hey.
What's up, Jack? Jack, it's good you're coming in right behind Toby, who already lit things up and said, "Hey, stop it with the depression. We got what we wanted." So there you go, Jack.
Exactly.
Jump on that.
Hell yeah, man. I'm feeling so good, feeling so excited, man. And I didn't know you did a postseason show or anything like that. I'm still kind of new to the Ronbo Sports Entertainment Worldwide.com, whatever you want to call it. But, it's great. I feel like Terrell Owens when he had a tear for Tony Romo and said, "That's my quarterback," because Jed's my owner, man. Jed's my owner, Ronbo.
I was feeling Jack. I was feeling it for him. I felt they was beating him up and bullying him. He looked so uncomfortable up there for about 4 or 5 of those questions, but he handled it. Yeah. He stood in there.
Listen. He's new. He's kind of new to the game too. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be just fine. He just needs a football intelligent person.
Yeah,
that's gonna handle all this stuff. You know?
And stay the hell out of the way. That's what I didn't even know about a Guido guy. And he says, "Well, that's Guido's job." And I says, "What? Guido? Who's Guido?" But then I remembered about Guido years ago. He's a football guy that Jed never lets get involved. So
exactly.
Guido should have been out there handling the press conference, not Jed. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Listen. Once he gets this taken care of, I think Josh McDaniels might go to L.A. A little bit better weather, new stadiums coming. That's going to be hard to take Josh away from that lifestyle.
Or Kyle.
Hollywood. Or Kyle. You know what I'm saying? But Kyle, I'm not as big on Kyle as all of you guys. Josh is somebody.
Fuck him.
Yeah, I'm saying.
You're worried about weather? We're trying to play some football over here. You're talking about sunshine.
Yeah, I'm talking about fucking sunshine, son. You know why I'm talking about sunshine? Because I'm talking about a coach. Where would you want to coach? Would you go to better weather or the Bay Area weather? LA or Bay Area weather? The weather out there is incredible.
It ain't about the weather. It ain't about the weather, son.
The limelight.
It ain't about the weather, son. It's about joining a dynasty.
Let me finish, son.
Who wants to join a dynasty? That's the question.
Well, that's a good one.
The dynasty.
You already are finished. You already are finished.
No. You ain't finished, motherfucker.
Wait, guys.
You're right, so shut your fucking mouth.
Wait, guys.
Listen, motherfucker.
Wait, guys.
Bandwagon. What the hell are you talking about?
You ain't even in the 727. Why'd you even open your fucking mouth when Ronbo said
I ain't in no fucking 727. Shut your broke ass country ass up. You gonna be on fucking welfare your whole life like your granddaddy and your daddy. Shut your broke ass up.
Jack, hold up, Jack. I thought that was actually it was Frank's turn. Frank, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Frank,
let me just finish it up so Frank can get his 2P. What I'm saying is LA has the limelight, and that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? They got a bigger thing out there that's going on. Rather than just football.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Frank.
Yeah, that added a lot to the conversation. You fucking geek.
All right. Yeah. Go cash your welfare check. Go cash your welfare check.
Yeah, exactly.
Go get your season ticket with your broke ass. You sound broke.
All right,
you
guys.
sound so broke. You sound broke, baby.
All right.
Get a job.
You mad? Hey, look, you mad at the world. You mad at the world, yo. You saying?
Hey, I didn't start this. I didn't start this. You started it.
Like you.
You started.
Jed
York's a billionaire.
You're just like Jed York. You're a spoiled little bitch. You're a spoiled little bitch like Jed York.
We're gonna have this, I imagine, until spring.
You got no life.
Ronbo gave you a platform. Ronbo gave you sport.
Ronbo's giving your ass
his mommy gave him a team, and you
giving your ass a platform too with your welfare checking ass.
Guys,
how many times you gonna say, well, hey, this guy's on EBT, Ronbo. He keeps saying welfare check to hide the fact there was no Christmas presents under his tree.
You keep saying the same shit too.
Your fucking family starved this Christmas.
Oh, that really hurt, buddy. That's really hurt. Actually, we just cashed in a check for $1.2 billion.
Hey, bro, you ain't gonna win this argument.
Calm down, you guys.
You ain't gonna win a goddamn thing, motherfucker. All you gonna win is $20.
Guys, wait your turn. Hey, bro. Hey, Ronbo.
I know, guys.
You wait his turn like he waits in line.
I know,
You've been waiting in line for that EBT check all day. You
guys,
can wait. Slow your roll.
Can we reel it in, guys?
They don't have EBT in Europe.
49ers. Talk about the team, man. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, we talking about football.
In a way, yeah.
You've never been. Let's state the fact. You've never been.
All right, guys.
Let's talk about football.
Yeah. Okay. Now, guys, can I get one of you to go ahead and either wrap it up or start or something? Jack, why don't you finish up? Let's Frank.
Anyway, I'm besides all that.
Are you done?
Hey, sorry for swearing on your show.
No, it's okay.
And,
I just want one of you to.
Anyway, I just want to say, listen, Jed isn't as football-minded as a lot of people. So, he's new to the game, and hopefully he gets somebody in, and we get Josh Daniels if he doesn't go to L.A., and we pick up somebody with football smarts, unlike Balky. So I hope it all goes well, and I'll let you carry it on, my man. All right, I'll talk to you soon.
All right, thanks, Jack. Have a great day, man.
All right.
Frankie, that was actually my fault. I'm sorry, man. I thought when he came in, I didn't recognize his voice. I wouldn't disrespect you like that, man. Go ahead.
That's what crackheads do. That's what crackheads do, right? I'm saying his EBT didn't come in, so he called up all hyper. Listen, Jed York, you're a coward. You destroyed this fucking franchise, and now it's rebuild time, sort of like Tom Sula last year. You brought in Chip Kelly as a Band-Aid to try to make the fans feel like there was a future. You brought in a motherfucking retard. Hey, you got noise in the background, Ronbo. Control that. Mute somebody.
Is there any noise? Can you still hear it, Frank?
I hear his kids in the background. Dude didn't hang up. His starving kids are screaming. Hey, man, mute that shit.
Kill the volume on the other ones.
Kill that motherfucker.
Okay. How's it now,
Listen
Frank?
very carefully, Ronbo.
Okay.
This is what's happening. This is exactly what's taking place, bro. We basically hired Chip Kelly the same way we hired Jim Tom Sula because Jed York is a fucking moron. And he basically put a Band-Aid so us as fans, so the empire didn't rise up and burn down the city of fucking Santa Clara. But this is what's happening. People are fired today, and once again, Jed York looks like the savior. And he a sneaky bastard, Ronbo. He did it again.
Good point.
He has the empire thinking he's the savior for getting rid of the cocksuckers that he hired.
Yeah.
So fuck them. We need
We need the greatest coach of all time to come and save this franchise because we are a dynasty. We deserve a head coach with a big time name that wants to turn around the greatest franchise in the history of football. What an opportunity, Ronbo. Fuck the weather in LA. I want to wear red and gold. I want to walk into a fucking locker room that has 5 Super Bowls and faces like Montana smiling on the wall. Now, I'm not a Kaepernick fan. The Empire knows that. But right now, Kaepernick is the quarterback of this team. We need him back, Ronbo, front and center week 1, period. We ain't got time to search for quarterbacks. The draft ain't shit. Everybody in the comment section, I see you, you little Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Your quarterback is a rapist and you ain't doing shit. You ain't hoisting the Lombardi this year, so blow me. Pittsburgh Steelers fan in the comment, I'm talking to you. You have a rapist as a quarterback. Don't worry about this Niner talk. This is a fucking 49er show and you're trolling us in the comment section because you lonely. Your team is playoff bound and you in our motherfucking comment section midday on a Monday. Man, get a life. Don't you got a job, you lonely faggot? But fuck that franchise, man. And tell Tomlin to stay off the sideline tripping people. Bunch of cheating faggots. You just like the Patriots. So blow me. You got 6 rings. We got the 5 first.
Yes.
You was chasing our coattails. And you barely got lucky by tiptoeing in the back of the Seattle end zone. You beat Matt Hasselbeck. Pump your chest, faggot. Come back to the 80s. But anyway, fuck these people, man. Look, the draft ain't shit, Rombo. The draft ain't going to save us. There's nobody in the draft that's going to turn the franchise around.
Yeah, it's going to take years for the draft to help us. That's true. Frank, what I'm talking about, though, is how about free agents? Is there anybody we could get to help us out?
Oh, yeah, we need everybody and anybody, period. Yeah. We need to pick up everybody. It's time to start spending. We take everybody. We throw a fucking team out there, a bunch of makeshift men like the replacements, bro. We could put Keanu Reeves out there. I don't give a fuck. We need to build a crazy-ass squad of, like, sleepers next year. You know, the little Curleys, you know, little Sean Drons. Yeah. We get a little squad like that, Rombo, right? But the key, big-name coach. If you're a Niner fan, right now, Niner Empire, I want you to listen. We need that big name to come in, and you guys will feel it in your heart and soul that the winning will happen. We're about 3 to 5 years out, Rombo. You know what I'm saying? We're about 3 to 5 years out right now.
But I just want to contend and compete.
Name like a Holmgren.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Rombo? I ain't trying to cut you off.
No, I was just saying, I just want to compete. I mean, I'm not looking for no Super Bowl next year. But 2 years from now, I just want to compete. No more 2 and 14.
Looking.
Yeah.
No, we're looking. We're looking for a Super Bowl next year, no doubt. Look at the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, them pieces of shit are competitive.
And look at the Cowboys. I mean, that's what really pisses me off. They're on their way to the goddamn Super Bowl.
And all of a sudden, hey Rombo, all of a sudden, Chip Kelly wanted Dak Prescott so bad and Balky blocked him. Fucking blow me. The media could fucking blow me with the lies.
They do put that stuff out there.
Dak Prescott is a fucking fluke. Hey, if you put Dak Prescott with that offensive line and that running back, of course there's going to be success.
Good point.
You fucking retards.
Pretty much anybody can.
You know what, Rombo? It's a joke. All you Raider fans in our comment section, don't think I'm not. I'm there to smack the shit out of you because don't you need to be checking a fibula or something, man? Check your fibula. You've been riding our dick. You cursed yourselves. Any team that hates on the 49ers, you wind up falling. Your franchise quarterback is gone, man. You just like us. You might as well have finished 2-14 because you feel like you did.
Because it's going to be embarrassing in the first round of playoffs, Frankie. That is, Raiders are going to get the brains beat out in the first round. I mean, yesterday, what was that? Aqib Talib, he just punked. He just punked Crabtree. Went over and jerked the shit off his neck. And they said, what did Crabtree do? He just didn't say shit to me. He went over and started hollering at the officials. Ref. I mean,
he made a business decision, Rombo. He made a business decision to be a pussy. Just like we made a business decision. You don't catch the ball in the Super Bowl, we fucking fire you.
Yeah.
But Jed York, you ain't fooling nobody this morning. We know what your speech was going to contain, but the fact that there's nobody that's running for this job is because of you. You spoiled little bitch. You're the reason we're in this position, Jed. So I hope you sleep well at night knowing that your mommy and your rich, connected fucking family gave little Jed a football team because he used to stand on the field as a kid, Rombo, with fucking Bill Walsh and Joe Montana. And he still didn't learn because he never hiked a football. He never threw a football and he was too much of a snobby little spoiled bitch. to learn how to run a fucking football team.
That's a gospel truth.
But to embarrass us, Ronbo, to fucking embarrass us and put us
and I just hope he gets straightened out. Yeah, I'm worried about the next. I really am concerned with what's going to happen next. So
well said, man. Well said.
Yeah, Frankie. Let me let somebody else in, Frankie. I appreciate your input, man.
I love this team, and that's what it's all about, man. I love these fucking fans, man. And all you trolls, I'm coming for you. I'll be right back in that comment section.
There you go.
You ain't safe.
Keep working.
You rapist motherfucker. 49er for life, baby. Faithful to the death. And let me scream it, fucking Ronbo, at 2-14. Niners! Hey, Raiders, maybe next year. I'm gone.
I love that guy. Oh. G Block. All right, man.
What's poppin'?
G Block, yes, man. What's going on, man?
Just right here, bro. Just here. Yeah, man. I don't know. A lot of negativity, you know. People, this is what we wanted, bro. We got it, and they're just saying things about Jed York, like, you know. I mean, you never know. You never know if he finally realized, well, hey, he's done, and he's like, man, I need to get it together, you know. You can't just go and just be like, oh, yeah, this and that. You know, it is what it is, you know. He did what all the fans wanted, you know what I mean? Be grateful for that. Stop fucking bitching about it, you know. It's all good. Let's see what he does with it, you know. But I said, we do need to get, like I said, Josh McDaniels, we need to get him ASAP.
That's your choice? You like McDaniels? Is that your guy? McDaniels is the one you want, huh? Because I mean,
he's a badass coach. What you talking about?
No, he's great. I just wonder, is it? You know, he's got an army around him. I mean, Belichick's picked out a team of killers. So I just wonder. But you know what? That can be done in San Francisco. It just take a minute to fix it up. So I hear you. Yeah. I mean, he's as good. McDaniels got to be one of the best choices out there. So I agree.
I mean, he's a defensive coach, and I mean the defense is good. I mean, look at all the players they got rid of. They got rid of Chandler Jones. Yeah. What's the other guys? The other guy that went to Cleveland. What's his damn name? I forgot his name, but he was one of the sack leaders.
Jamie Collins. Jamie Collins. Listen, you know what? I just remembered something. We went through this the other day. Remember, you got McDaniels is an offensive coordinator.
No, he's defense.
No, he's the offense.
No. The other guy with the beard is the offense.
Yeah, you said McDaniels. Josh McDaniels is the guy with the beard.
No. Josh McDaniels is the white boy that always has a hat on. He's a defense.
Okay, all right. Anyway, but what else you want to add to that?
Well, I don't know, man. I mean, Jed York, I don't know. I mean, he might have said what he said in the past, but I mean, what can he do? You know, he's just the owner. You know, he said, he was supposed to fire old boy, but I mean, he gave him a chance and to see if he could turn things around, and he didn't. So I mean, he did what he had to do, but it's all good at the end of the day. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens. We'll see. Hopefully, he gets something good, something good happen. But I said, I want that coach. There's nothing better out there. I'll tell you that right now. Unless we get, you know, the guys that the fans been asking for, that, you know, like Steve Young or things like that. But I mean, yeah, man.
That's a GM job though. That's another story. I mean, you know what? Here's the thing: the GM is going to make the decision as to who he wants to hire for his coach, though. Unless Jed gets in there and says he wants two guys that can work together, and I'll help you with your coach. Then we still got a problem. So we'll see. Just don't know.
Hey, I know. Hey, what the brother said. Hey, what the brother said too about all these. I don't know if they're Steelers fans, but I see Raiders fans and all that. You know what I mean? Just trolling.
Yeah.
You know, just saying things, bro. Like, man, come on, man. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Like,
Frank is in there working. They came to the wrong place.
Yeah.
So don't worry about those guys.
Yeah, but anyway, hey, about Crabtree, I tagged you on one of the Instagram videos. Hey, that boy got punked down.
Did you see? I got that. I was laughing my ass off. I never seen Crabtree look like just such a little wussy. I mean, Akeem Talib was a thug anyway, but Crabtree can at least said something back to him. That was embarrassing.
Talib is real though. Talib is with the shit. Talib is with the shit, bro. I mean, he ain't getting punked by nobody. Talib's been punking guys in the league for days. Remember when he punked that one guy?
That's what he does.
I mean, he's real. He's a real laugh.
Yeah,
But I'm saying Godfrey's like even on the spirit and all that.
Yeah.
They're talking about it like he might be all right, catch the ball. He have a little bit of talent, but he's a pussy, bro. Like he's not aggressive at all. He's nothing. That's why we lost those Super Bowls, because they wanted to depend on a pussy with no balls, and they kept throwing him the ball. And then we choked. And he wanted to be the crybaby like he wanted to, and try to hate on Kaepernick. Like, yeah, man, this and that. Yeah, he's a pussy, bro. That's why. Come on, it's not the first time he gets punked. He's the second time, bro. Sherman punked him. A couple other players punked him. Talib punked him for a reason, bro. Because he's a little crybaby, bro.
Mentally weak. That's true.
Look, and you know how he was talking to the refs today? He was trying to talk. His plan to win the Super Bowl when on fourth down.
Yeah.
He was trying to get flagged more than he was trying to get the touchdown. He was trying to get that flag. That's what he was trying to do, bro. He wasn't trying to. He didn't care if he didn't get the touchdown. He was trying to get that flag. That's exactly what happened. He choked. Let me try to get this flag, and bam, we lost the game.
Yeah, well, he ain't winning no championships this year, so that's good. All right, go G Block. Let me see you next time. All right, thanks, man.
All right, brother.
All right, G Block. Have a great day, man. All right, there's Emilio. Emilio.
Yo.
Emilio, what's going on, man? Did you check out our big bad boss? Did you see Jed?
No, I didn't. I didn't really get a chance to, but I just overhearing everybody. I just think the usual from always, same shit.
Yeah.
Tried to apologize, but didn't. I didn't really get a chance, but I watched it a little later.
Yeah, he's still Jed.
Listen, everybody's mad.
Yeah, no, well, Jed,
everybody's mad. Why is everybody mad?
Well, Toby's not mad. And Toby came in to let everybody know to lighten up.
Well, same difference, lighten up a little bit. I'm like, hey, that's the difference. I'm like, we all, to me, like I was telling you yesterday, it's kind of a good thing Trent got fired. I mean, he's fired. It's just, Chip is just,
I'm just surprised he got fired.
I somewhat agree with Jamel. I'm like, I'm still kind of surprised he did get fired. I thought he was going to give him another chance.
And I can't believe he fired Trent, because everybody thinks they're joined at the hip. I thought he was going to give him another shot, because he hated firing.
But I was thinking, guys after that. But I was thinking he was going to give him another shot. Just say, I'll give him one more year, see what he does. But hey, when he got fired, I was a little shocked at it. Well, he got fired. Well, hey, it's somewhat of a positive, but then it's not, because it's just seriously. I mean, we still can't trust Jed to make this big decision. So it's just like, who the hell are you really going to pick up? Are you really going to...
And Emilio, you asked that. The reporters ask him that too. The reporters ask him, what makes you believe you're qualified to go out and interview for a new GM? Jed.
But see, the only is that my phone keeps lighting up talking about, he wants to talk to the Chiefs GM, the Patriots GM. So he's kind of trying to go to the teams that are winning right now, but I don't think those GMs would want to leave. I'm like, I'm already winning now, so why would I want to leave unless they're going to get a bigger paycheck? The only reason I see them leaving is they get bigger paychecks. Is the only real reason I see them gone. Who else would want to leave?
That's going to be the motivation no matter what.
Winning teams. I'm like, unless you're going to offer these guys more money than what they're getting paid, then
that's a must. That's automatic. You gotta pay them way more than they're getting paid now. That's what are they going to leave for? To come to San Francisco is a beautiful thing, but I'm already established here. You're talking about making me move. People are like that. So I can see that being a problem. So yeah. He's going to have to get paid.
That's just my whole thing. I was like, I would like some of them to come over here. Like I said, I wouldn't mind the Chiefs or the Patriots GM. I wouldn't mind it. But like I said, it's just the whole money thing. You got to pay these guys more money. I mean, they got the money, so it's just like.
Well, it's not like they're poor, though. They got enough money. I still want Jed doing it. That's the only thing that worries me. I don't know if he's the one responsible for hiring or promoting Trent. But this is not a man that you want to see doing that.
He's responsible for getting Trent, because Trent used to be a scout, and all of a sudden, I was like, how do you go from a scout to a GM? That's a hell of a jump. You never hear that really happen.
Trent went up there and sold him on the job, and if he can sell Trent on that, then the next guy that tries to get in is going to probably bogus and do the same
The
thing. That's
only
the worst.
the only reason he even got that job because what's the name? The one we had before. He's talking about, I'm an alcoholic. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Gotta go get help. Other than that, we still.
His wife was driving him crazy, from what I understand. That's why he was drinking too. I cannot give a guy an excuse for that though. Your wife drove you to drink. Come on, man. So
those are horrible excuses. You can find other shit to do.
Yeah.
Besides that, that's just a horrible excuse. I've heard that before. Even I heard coworkers at work say, "Oh, that happened to me." I'm like, really?
I would never admit to it. All right, Emilio. What else you want to add, Emilio? So we gotta go here.
Well, ain't too much. Like I said, I watched the interview later. I might hit you up the show later. But like I said, and then the other thing is that when people talk about Steve Young and all that, some of those guys I don't really see it. Like I told you yesterday, coming being Jesus. Steve Young, I don't see him coming out the booth. He's fine. He's getting paid.
Yeah.
Same John Gruden.
No, Gruden's not leaving that
booth.
booth.
It's just a few things that I would. So it's just a few things that I don't see really happening.
It's not going to be Steve Young or Gruden. Yeah, they're not coming. But but their names are going to get thrown around every year from now on. You're going to get Gruden. You're going to get Harbaugh. You're going to get Saban.
I heard all of a sudden they want to. I heard what's the name? The fucking Jed is talking to Tom Cable, trying to get him as a head coach. I was like, Tom Cable? He didn't do shit for the
Tom
Raiders.
Gamble? Yeah, Tom Gamble was quiet, wasn't he? I don't really.
No. Cable, the old Raiders coach.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about him. Everybody did. I wonder.
So Jed is over there talking on top of his head coach. I'm like, head coach, that was horrible.
Yeah. See, that's why Jed's got to let his GM do that. Just pick the GM and step up out of the way. That way he won't get blamed for things.
That's his best thing to do. And, like you said earlier, like with Al Davis and Mark Davis, his dad died. Mark started like, you know what? I get my GM, let them do the job. That's what you're supposed to do. Let the guy do his job.
Yeah, because you don't know what you're doing.
So we got to come to realize. We got to come to realize Jed is never going to get fired. He's never going to let go of his team. It's family owned. It's just as much some guys hate him, don't like him. It's just a family owned team. That's not going to happen. That guy is there to stay. His parents can just make comments, but reality is that team is owned by the family. So he's not going nowhere.
And you're going to love it. You're going to love it. When you see the conference, he's going to say that, too. You're going to love the way he says it. All right, Emilio, let me talk to you a little later. Go get that conference, man. You'll love it, okay?
All
right, bro. Have a great day. And Trez has been standing by. Trez!
What's going on? That's what you meant by emergency meeting. Okay. I woke up and I saw the notice. I was like, oh, okay, so we on now. Let's go.
Yeah, because we just got through checking out. Was waiting for what Jed would say. And Jed came out and said all the proper things. And the media was just working him.
Right.
Trez, you got to see that conference when you get a chance. The media was just beating him up. I mean, I had to laugh a few times. Oh, Jesus Christ. They just hit him with so many hardcore questions. And at one point, Jed just told, I think it was Lowell Kahn, he just says, I am not perfect. And I'd love to sit down and have a cup of coffee with you, and we can discuss some of these things. Because Jed was like, said, back up, man, back up off me,
Right. I'm gonna go and look it. I'm gonna go and look it up and check it out. But I mean, from what I was hearing from the guys just a minute ago, I mean, I'm a little late, but people were upset about the Chip Kelly firing.
Yeah, I think there was some people. Yeah.
Okay, well let's get them people. Let's get them in the building with us so they won't be on the outside looking in. Chip Kelly was fired for his inability to coach up the young talent that was on the team. That's why he got fired. When they looked at Chip Kelly's body of work, I just saw the whole thing coming from the inside. When they looked at his body of work and his ability to coach up the younger players that was on the roster and seemed like to get them ready to go and play football, say he was just failing to do so. So that's why I was saying, when you don't produce, you should be held accountable. That's it in a nutshell. He didn't produce. The younger players were not developing as though upper management felt like they needed to. So
and Trez, you'll love it.
That'll get any coach fired.
And you'll love it, Trez, because Jed said he actually sat down and with both of them, Trent and Chip, and told them midway through the season that he wasn't happy. So actually, the writing was on the wall, but I think Chip didn't understand because, as you probably already know, Chip called him up Saturday night because he was hearing all over the internet and everybody else talking about he was fired. But Jed turned that around and says, no, he did not. Chip did not call me. I called him. So here we go. Well, the comedy is just rolling. Everybody's lying and putting it back on the other person. So this is going to be fun to watch the next few days. 49ers got to be the most dramatic team in the NFL right now.
Yeah. And everybody needs to settle down. You're going to hear this person name thrown around. You're going to hear that person name thrown around. Yeah. So just settle down. Nothing's in concrete. They have to get a list compiled of people to interview for positions. So you might hear 1,000 folks' names that hadn't produced in this league, but they have to get an opportunity to say, hey, we call this person in, we call that person in.
Yeah.
So everybody settle down on that right there because you're going to hear a bunch of names thrown out there. Now for Trent, let's go to Trent. From what I just understood them saying, that a lot of people in the 49ers headquarters was high on Dak Prescott, and they wanted to bring Dak Prescott to San Francisco, but Trent was a defensive-minded person and said that Trent's refusal to even look at Dak was the reason why they feel like they need to go in a different direction. They said half of the people that Trent brought in on defense is no longer with the team, and that everything they retired and some have just moved on, and it's just it's just not working out. That didn't work out in his favor to say. So that was part of the reason why he was fired. And they said that Chip should have spoke up. Said Chip was high on Dak Prescott and said he might have should have spoken up, but he didn't.
Yep.
So as the head coach, and I guess when you look at that. Jed probably say, I didn't bring you in here to play patsy to Trent. I brought you in here to move the time to Smith. If you're going to sit there and let the GM do this and you not have any input.
Yeah, you know what, Trez? He's probably still snake bit from Philly, though. Remember, he was trying to take over down there. He was trying to come back and be real careful, walking like he's walking on eggshells. And that was a mistake, you're right. Don't come over here being weak. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, don't come being weak, right? Yeah. So they said they were a little pissed off at the Dak Prescott drafting. So that's all hindsight. You know what I'm saying? It's just that, like I said, we needed to make a change, and the only change has to be cleaning house. That way you start over and you get it right. You gotta get it right. We too much of a prestige franchise to be getting this, to be looking like this.
Yeah. First of all. And 2 years in a row? Oh, hell no. Yeah, that's just that's absurd. I agree. So, yeah.
They said since we've moved on from Harbaugh, we are 5-25 in the last 2 seasons.
Because we haven't won but 7 games.
No. It's more than that. It's more than that because they won 5 under what his name. So
no, we got 7. We got 7 wins. We won 2 this year. We won 5 last year. We're 7 and whatever.
Yeah.
I do the math. 32.
7 and whatever.
32, 7 and 5. Yeah. About 20 something. Yeah. I don't know if it's 25. That might be too much.
Yeah, but it's a ridiculous record.
Yeah. One that we don't need to. Let's not add to this next year now. If we only win 3 games next year, that's gonna. Oh man, no, that's got to stop. Yeah. They got to win at least 7 or 8 games next year.
Right. So kudos to Jed for trying to reestablish the culture. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm a Jed basher. I say Jed basher.
Everybody is.
Until he gets this damn thing right. Bottom line. Yeah. And I want to go back to what Tony said. I think it was a couple of Sundays ago when he said this. When this show becomes big, tell him this show is already the damn biggest sports show there is. This is the Ronbo Sports goddamn show, and it's the biggest sports damn show going. You're reaching people from East Coast, West Coast, up north, mid. You all over, Ronbo. So hey, kudos, and I'm out of here.
Thanks, Jazz. Thanks, bro. Jazz, you have a great day, man. I'll talk to you later.
All right, you too.
All right. Area code is 503. You're in Beaverton, Oregon. Hello.
Hey, what's up? This is Nate, man.
Hey, Nate.
In a long time,
Hey.
Yeah.
So
And so
Nate,
I'm over here dealing with Seattle fans like always. You know what I mean?
oh man, Nate, that's rough. You know what though, Nate, you can rest assured. I would state a lot on this. Seattle leaves in the first round. The Raiders have already left. They're leaving in the first round, and Seattle is just not the Seattle of Super Bowl days. That's a little above average team now. That's it. And they lost Tyler Lockett. That hurt badly. They lost Earl Thomas. That's killing their secondary. You can score on Seattle now. So, they're coming out. They play who are they going to play in the first round? I wonder if that's been determined already, right?
It's going to be Detroit.
Ah, shit.
Because they lost to Green Bay.
They might beat Detroit.
So.
They might. God dang it. They might beat Detroit. Okay.
Yeah.
So second round. Damn it. You never know, though. Detroit might muscle up. I just wish they had. God, man. Okay. Anyway, what was your?
It was a
go ahead.
It was a torturous season for me. I was playing Madden online a lot. It was just hard. I had to do a lot of different type of things just to try to get a win online because the team just sucked.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know, man. I couldn't tell you anything, but I found a way to win. So the thing is, I'm still a Niner fan to the heart, So I can't pick any other team, and that's just my team. I grew up in San Francisco, California. I grew up in the city.
There you go.
So there is no other team for me, and
nobody's going to be mad at you about that either.
No, I can't give up on them. And people tell me, "Why don't you pick the Raiders?" I go, "What?" No, I can't. Yeah.
Say anything to me with that. God dang.
Yeah, man, it was torture this season. I actually fell asleep in when they pinned the backup quarterback against the 49ers, and I fell asleep a little bit. I was like, oh, this is gonna happen again. We're gonna lose again.
Yeah, Boykin.
I'm just glad Chip Kelly's out of there, man. The playbook wasn't advanced for me. I mean, I looked at it and it was just the same thing over and over. There wasn't enough motion for running and anything like that. There wasn't enough. There just wasn't enough running game.
Yeah.
It needed more of a running game. I'm used to Jim Harbaugh's playbook where it's like more of a running game, and so it
with a
took
fullback.
the pressure off the quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bad season, man. I don't want to. It's going to happen again. That's what I'm worried about. It's going to happen this season coming up.
No. There's no way that's going to happen again. Listen, I got a feeling next year there could be a shocking surprise, such as we saw when Harbaugh first came in, and who's seeing that coming? I do expect to compete next year, though, and less than 8 wins is unacceptable. Although you got to give a coach more than 1 year. If he wins 8 wins, you got to be happy with that. But I cannot imagine another 2 or 3 win season. That just doesn't make any sense.
The right decision that they made, then, get rid of Chip Kelly and Kaepernick, then, because I didn't feel like starting over, and to be honest with you, with anybody else.
Yeah, oh man,
it just sounds like a bad idea. And if we don't get like an elite quarterback, I don't even want a quarterback in the first round. I want defense. Then I want to search for a quarterback in the second round. There's got to be somebody out there.
Well, who have you got in mind for quarterback then?
John Browner from the Huskies, Washington.
Okay. Listen, I know. I mean, next year, if because you're not going to get that whatever kid gets drafted, he's not going to be a starter next year. Who's going to be the bridge between that kid that we draft, and they're going to draft one, there's no doubt about that. But who's going to be the bridge? Who's going to be the quarterback that's going to bring up to the point where we can bring that kid in? See, that's the problem.
I don't know. That's why you need to keep Kaepernick there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's going to have to be Kaepernick because I heard you say no Kaepernick, but yeah, it's going to have to be Kaepernick. So
it's going to have to. I don't know. Is he going to opt out, or do you think he's going to stay?
Well, hey, you're right. There's no guarantee. While everybody's talking about, well, it's going to have to be Kaepernick. Kaepernick may say, listen, it don't have to be Kaepernick. I'm gone. It could be. I don't see. You know what? Honestly, and it's just being real. I don't know where Kaepernick's going to play. That's my thing. That's going to be a subject for another day, but I don't know where Cap can go that he's going to be really welcomed, other than the Bay Area. He could go to L.A., but I don't know that L.A. wants him. That's going to be tough for him. So, and that's just because of his social agenda. But see, that's neither here nor there. So, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. I could be wrong. Cap could have guys all over the league clamoring for him. I don't know. We'll see. Because he's opting out. He's going to go shopping.
Yeah. Who do you think Cleveland's going to take in the first pick? You think they're just going to hold it for ransom or?
Yeah. That's why they're making a big deal out of Miles. They don't want Miles. They've got Ogba and another guy. Their thing is they're going to go for a quarterback. And they also could go for Nate Allen, which is the best defender in college right now, which would make more sense than anything else. So we'll see about what they're trying to get somebody to bite and trade up so they can get them. So that's not going to happen this year.
How about we trade up for our second pick and the fourth pick? How about we do that? Just trade up for one.
Well, that's a subject for another day. So let me say goodbye. And we're going to be talking a lot about that in the weeks ahead. So, yeah, you just get ready to come on back, buddy. All right.
All right, man. You take it easy, man. Take it easy, man.
Yeah, okay. All right. Nate, right?
It's Nate from San Francisco. I don't like to be called a Nate from Beaverton no more. It's Nate from San Francisco.
You'll be Nate from now on, I promise, all right? Nate from San Francisco. Thanks, Nate. Have a great day, man.
Thank you, man. You too. Take it easy.
Tito.
Hey, what's up, baby?
Yeah, Tito, we're just taking in that conference. I look forward to that once-a-year conference from Jed York. And Tito, he was losing hair right there on the stage. And he loses a little bit every year because it's worrying him to death. So now this year we're watching it. It's killing him.
Yeah, but you know what? My main thing is they're going to interview Josh McDaniel, from New England. But I just wish they go for the general manager first.
They have to.
Yeah, let him deal with that. Then go for the general manager go for the head coach. But if they go to that guy from and the general manager, I think he's assistant from Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna happen, but if they hire him as the new GM, and all of a sudden they go after Josh McDaniel, he becomes a new head coach. That would be kind of great because they got a working,
chemistry,
relationship.
Yeah. That would be.
That alone could make this franchise, just with those two, could make this franchise more appealing for free agents to come in. Because right now, they're going to be thinking, wait a minute, hold on. They got this guy and this guy, and they're working great. They're going to be working great. They've been doing New England. So I think that could be a plus. I'm hoping, in a way, that happened because they got an interview with both of them. They got an interview for the KC, for the VP scout department over there from KC. And I think also the guys from Seattle. I don't want them. Let them stay over in Seattle. I want people that I know that is a little bit more better than that because I don't want nobody from Seattle over here with the Niners. Fuck them.
I got to say, I don't know how qualified they are anyway. Seattle's starting to go downhill anyway. So,
Yeah. But it's going to be real interesting. Some of the head coaches that the 49ers want to interview, I'm like Smith and the defensive coordinator from Miami. And the same department, defensive coordinator from Tampa Bay. I'm like, why the hell you want those guys? Especially from Tampa Bay.
And also, I don't know why they're talking about coaches. Because Jed made it clear they're going to go for the general manager is going to be the first person they get. His thing was, I hope the general manager has a chemistry with whoever the coach is so they can work together and bring us back to a championship culture. I think the only way you're going to get that to happen is you got to hire the GM first and let him do that because you can't throw people together no more. So,
No.
Yeah. That's not
work. And the thing is, if they go, like I said, from the guys from New England, I'm still not quite sold with Josh McDaniel because to me, in New England, I don't know. I don't know if it's a system over there.
Well, it is.
Yeah.
We've already seen every quarterback on the team do well. So that says something right there.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
But if it does happen, you know what? I'm hoping the GM comes first, then the coach. But if they both, if they get both.
You know who's next. You know who's next. If they get both, who's next? You know that boy Garoppolo.
Man,
Yeah, he's coming, man.
Yeah, but they want a first and a fourth. They can kiss my ass on that shit.
But they'll talk Jed they'll talk Jed into it. I guarantee you. If they get both those guys together, they'll say, listen, Jed, sit down. Here's where our idea is. And we're going to build around Kaepernick's leaving. Because let's say that everybody assumes Kaepernick's leaving. Kaepernick's leaving. Jimmy Garoppolo is the future. And Jed will say, listen, you guys, whatever you need, whatever you want to do, I'm listening to you. But remember, you're the one responsible for what happens next. You know, as what Jed should do.
Yeah.
Because he's not a football guy. Maybe the Guido guy should come in and step in and say, no, we're not giving up no first round or fourth round pick. But it's going to be some struggle in there before it all comes together. I just know it.
Yeah, but and there was also issues. They was talking about maybe giving up, you know, the Niners should not give up their first. But if they can come out and say, listen, I'll give you this year third, maybe next year second, and work from there. But not the first, not this year first. No way.
No, I agree.
Hell no.
I totally agree. So, you know. Well, Tito, we're going to make this, we're going to wind it up here. So, Tito, love your input, man. Yeah. Thanks for coming on by.
All right, no problem, man. You guys take it easy.
All right, Tito. Have a great day, man. Okay, so it looks like it's Bill. Bill, go ahead, Bill.
What happened? They fired Chip Kelly.
Oh, you didn't know?
Oh, man. We're doomed, man. Yeah, there goes Kaepernick. There goes Blaine Gabbert. I mean, oh, man, this is going to be crazy.
Wait a minute. You were worried about Blaine Gabbert? They were going to...
but if we don't have Kaepernick, who do we got?
Why? Well, that's $100. You know what? That's a good question, Bill. I can't wait to see how they're going to handle that situation. Because I don't think they're going to resign Gabbert.
You know Kaepernick's gone. You know we get a new coach. He's going to be about America. And as soon as Kaepernick even thinks about taking a knee, even his mind, his thought, his eyeballs, his nose, he's out of there. He might even be out of there before then.
I love the way you put it. The coach is going to be about America. That's a good point, Bill. I have been concerned about that. I'm saying there's not a lot of coaches in the NFL. The NFL, if there's anything about the NFL, it's a good old boy league. And if you're going to be doing that, it is a problem. They had a survey out back recently that Gabbert, not Gabbert, but Cap was the most hated man in the NFL. I don't know who they were taking a poll with, whether they were talking about fans, whether they were talking about other teams, but I got a feeling they were talking about team owners. So, you know.
The only shot he's got is the Browns.
Yeah, because the Browns have history.
They may not want him. They might put him in the dog pound just to experiment.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Cap is another story altogether. We have so much drama to pay attention to. It's going to be so entertaining. The 49ers have their thing going on. The Kaepernick has another program going on over here. The draft, the free agency, the money. I mean, it's just it's a full-scale movie between now and next season. So, yeah.
I kind of figured it was coming because mid-season Cap sold his property. Do you remember that?
Yeah, no, I knew. I didn't know
that
why
was a clue. He sold his property. So I kind of figured Chip, they might be dumb enough to get rid of Chip, which was a dumb mistake. But
no, Chip's out of here. Yeah.
So now, and you know what? I'm gonna say it like here on the radio. It can be hard for Jed York if he's listening. You are a liar. You are a dog-faced liar. You said Chip was here to stay for a long time. You are a liar. Do you remember that video, Ronbo? Because I sure do. He is a dog-faced liar. And the next one that needs to go, if we don't win a Super Bowl next year, goodbye, Jed York. You need to pack your bags. You need to move. Put your other family in charge because you're stupid. You're darn right freaking stupid. I want to see a Super Bowl win. I'm tired of seeing these seasons like this.
Well, he did promise he'd get you a Super Bowl. Yeah. Well, Bill,
well, we ain't going to make it to the Super Bowl, but that's what I want to see.
Oh, yeah.
I know I'm asking too much from a dumb owner, but or a dumb CEO, but hey.
You got a right to ask, though.
Yeah,
we support this thing. We can ask these questions, no problem.
I want Eddie DeBarlo back in charge. I want Eddie back in charge. He seemed to know how to win. He seemed to know how to get a good coach. He seemed to know how to pick the good quarterbacks.
That's true. There was no CBA at that time, but yeah, Eddie still knew how to pick people out, though. So
he could do it without a GM.
Yeah, that's a good point. It'd be less friction around there. although Eddie D used to fight with Bill Walsh like crazy, it was because of common policy that those two stayed together. So actually, the 49ers used another common policy, and that way Trent wouldn't have been overpowered like he was, because we would have had Dak Prescott. And I don't say Dak Prescott was going to be a good for 49ers, but what I do know is Dak Prescott would not be helping the Cowboys to a potential dynasty. I'm a little worried. Nobody's saying anything, but I am very...
They're not going anywhere this year, Ronbo. Don't
you know
worry,
what?
but next is when you need to be concerned.
Well, so I'm saying they got Ezekiel Elliott and they got Dak Prescott, 22 and 23 years old. That's 8 years of potential domination. I don't know how we're going to equal that. It's going to take a little while, to be honest, even as a 49er fan. The Cowboys are the team we've got to build the 49ers to beat. The sons of bitches have gone and done it. And this year in the draft and free agency, they're going to bring some horses over on that defense. And, oh, God, it's going to be back to the doomsday defense versus that unstoppable offense. And I friggin' hate it. And it's because of Trent. If Dak wouldn't have been over there, they'd still be looking at Tony Romo, and he ain't going anywhere. God damn it.
Well, Dak can still get hurt. There could be a miracle.
Well,
I'm not trying
that
to be
offensive
mean, but
line-
Dak can still be hurt.
Oh, man. So
Things
anyway.
can happen. Somebody can miss a block, and, as much as I hate Seattle Seahawks, they might be the last hope to do a cheap shot on Dak to give us a hope. Because Seattle's trying to build the dynasty behind us, trying to mimic the 49ers, trying to be a generic version of the 49ers, which they'll never be. They're low-life pieces of shit.
Yeah, Seattle's losing it. And Seattle's declining anyway. They're starting to go backwards. By next year, they're going to be very beatable. So, Bill, I got to go, and let me talk to you next time, all right, buddy? Thanks for calling, Bill.
Closing argument.
All right. And Jack has returned. Jack, go ahead, man.
Oh, listen, man. Listen, that guy. Oh my God. Listen.
I know, Jack.
I want the show to argue.
Yeah, no. Let's.
Show to argue. Now, listen. What I was saying. What? Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to don't start with that. Let's go ahead. Whatever you got to say.
No,
go ahead.
All I'm saying is we're all 49er fans. We have strong opinions. Let's try to get along. Why can't we all just get along, man? You know what I'm saying?
It happens.
God damn.
Yeah.
It happens. We cut it off. Anyway, but what I was trying to get at was saying that how dumb LA Rams are. They hired Jeff Fisher in the first place, and then let him stick around for so fucking long. That's how dumb they are. And what I mean is Josh McDaniels understands that, because he comes from an intelligent mindset of people over there in New England. So he sees that. He said, why would I want to go to San Francisco and possibly get fired 1 or 2 years if this shit don't work out, when I can go to LA and be cushy out there in Hollywood? That's what I meant by all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I hear you.
But, I do like the guy from Buffalo who moved up from running backs coach to offensive coordinator to interim head coach. He looks good. And he takes no nonsense.
Where would you put him, though? Jack, you talking about putting him at what position, though?
Maybe offensive coordinator.
No, okay.
Put him in as offensive coordinator. So have somebody.
You're not talking head coach,
respect
then.
That. He takes no nonsense. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna get this shit going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that defensive coordinator from Miami, he you know what I'm saying? He's a bad motherfucker too. To look out for the defensive coordinator spot. So that's gonna be amazing.
The head coach is gonna come in and pick all those guys out, though, and I that's why I'm saying I'm wondering who the head coach is gonna be, because it's all about his taste and what he wants, So it's gonna be interesting.
But anyways, let's wrap this up, and we're gonna have to get Frank some. We're gonna have to get Frank some French pussy now, because I'm over here in France. You know what I'm saying? Let's get Frank some French pussy, and get his ass flying over here to make him feel a little good. All right. So next week's show will be a little better.
All right, Jack. Thanks, buddy.
All right. Peace.
All right, Jack. Peace. All right.
The head coach.
So
all those guys out there, and I'm saying I wonder who the head coach is going to be, because it's all about his taste and what he wants, So it's going to be interesting.
Okay. Anyway, tell you what, thanks for your response. I didn't expect that many people. I thought everybody was busy today, so we get a few. We got a lot. So, awesome. 49er fans still hanging tough. And you know what? This season, it looks, all we can do now is be optimistic. It looks scary right now because Jed's sitting there talking about he's going to go out and pick a GM. That, in fact, is kind of frightening. But maybe he'll get some help and he'll be okay. Man, he's got a lot to prove, though, doesn't he? Anyway, I guess we'll see you shortly. There could be another emergency meeting between now and this weekend, though. If something crazy happens, we'll got the Ronbo Sports app. I'll say, "Oh my God, what just happened?" I'll see you in it. Yeah, we'll do that. But meanwhile, have a great day. Night.